see. Let's see. Switch over there. And let me see if everything is running. Okay. And let me see. It looks like we are live. I just had to put the live stream in the background, so maybe you're gonna hear me double for just a second. But yeah, welcome to the World of Tanks live stream where I have a goal, and that is to go as far as I can with a lot of real life responsibilities and get as far as we can in the Altproto AMX 30 challenge. Now, I haven't participated in any kind of these challenges for a very, very long time. Also, today is, I don't even know, it's Friday. It's Friday, let me see real fast. I forgot the date. 26th. And it's 10 p.m. I don't even know if anybody's watching, from where they would be watching. We're going to be playing a bit of World of Tanks, and we're going to see if this challenge is doable. It's 250,000 base experience or some masteries. Some very difficult masteries as soon as you go to tier 10, or no, stage 8 and stage 9, because there you have quite a few things to do. But I've already heard the AMX 30. It's supposed to be a French tank. Its gun is very nice, but the gun handling, as always, is not the very best with French vehicles. It does have a very nice set of characteristics, though. Like, I think 233 millimeters of penetration, no, 232 millimeters of penetration. I think 300 alpha damage. And the armor is not too bad either with the angling that you have on this tank. So it seems to be a bit of a Lansen C. It seems very similar to the Lansen C. Let me see if we can get the Lansen into the garage real fast. There's the Lansen C. This tank. Yeah, okay. It has a bit of the same shape, but other than that, they're fairly different. Either way, we're gonna start this off because I need the credits, because right now there is an on track for the Kranwagen, and I want to get the Kranwagen. I don't want to sell any more tanks. I want to get all of the tanks into the garage that I can get. As you can see, currently I own, for at least the new lines, I own every single vehicle up to the tier 10. Prior always sold it, because obviously when you go to the next vehicle, you tend to need credits. And unfortunately, even though I own this many premium vehicles, I still don't play enough World of Tanks and enough premium tanks to actually be on that end where I have a crap ton of credits. But that's probably on me. Obviously, there are other real life responsibilities. But I'm also trying to get to level 100 in the Battle Pass. The Battle Pass is only lasting for another 2 weeks. I'm definitely not going to be able to get to the Stage 3 Battle Pass, but I want to finish the Stage 2 Battle Pass because obviously I need some points. I need the tokens to be able to unlock some of those Tier 9 reward vehicles. So I need to get to the Stage 100, or at least Stage 95. And I think I'm also going to be buying the Battle Pass, the Premium Battle Pass, so that I can get like the additional 2 or 3 tokens that you can get with the Premium Battle Pass. Either way, I'm still missing the Kunzepanzer, and I'm still missing the K91 PT. I do have a few coins lying around, but that is still up to grab. But either way, I'm going to be trying to live stream when I can, definitely in the evenings, at least when I have the time, and I want to live stream my kind of progress in doing this kind of challenge, because I actually don't really live stream often. Actually don't really live stream at all, but I think it's definitely it would be a nice little showing to see how long it actually takes, because I haven't participated in these challenges in a very long time, and I know that Wargaming's tactic is always going to be the same. The very few first, the first few stages are very easy to get done, but as soon as you go further to stage 5 or 6, you really feel the crazy grind, and definitely the later stages, the final stages, are the worst. At least that is what I heard, and I certainly am not looking forward to the crazy grind in the end. But I'm probably not going to reach that part either way, because getting to a certain stage, I think I will not be able to participate any longer, since I have other obligations in in my real life, some stuff that I still have to write. But either way, I will be trying to get as far as I can, because actually this time around I'm interested in the AMX 30. I'm interested in the vehicle, and I don't even know why, because I already own all the French tanks. The only thing I'm not owning in the French tech tree is the artillery pieces, or are the artillery pieces. Other than that, I basically own everything. Oh, we have an Oho. That is actually a very good sign. If he can side scrape, we maybe can side scrape behind him. If he knows what he's doing, he probably could do a bit of damage, because there are going to be quite a few tanks coming around from that corner. Wow, that was a tremendous shot towards nothing. It's supposed to actually track the Oho. This map, we're playing on Erlenberg. This map is actually going to be changed in the near future. They're going to redesign the middle part right here, where we have the object 703. But that guy is sitting right over there. That was a horrible shot. Should not have happened. But yeah, this map is getting a major redesign, and that's very, very interesting to see. Because it's one of those maps that has changed quite a lot in the last couple of years. And I'm just gonna drive through here. I know that was maybe not the smartest move, but I want to get behind this guy. And when I'm right in this corner... he turned around. He's looking right at me. I can maybe put some pressure on him, and the rest of the team can push him from the side. So I kind of sacrificed a little bit of my HP, about 600 HP right there, to be able to get to his side. I wanted to track him right there, but that was a bit awkward, because he turned in just that moment. Oh, look at that. RNG. Please, RNG, be with me. Thank you very much. What is the shell velocity? 800 meters per second. I think we can work with that. The lower plate, the Dream, and the No Pen. Some of these premium tanks are just ridiculous if you think about it. So let me see. I literally cannot... Oh my god, I can't even track this guy. Please, let me just... There we go. He's tracked. Please, somebody do some damage to him. He actually repaired his track. I don't really see why, because it looks like he's running. He's retreating right there. I have a bit of an issue with a light tank sniping us from all the way back there. There's a Bourrasque. The Bourrasque that we shot prior. This is a pretty atrocious game so far. Haven't really done anything. The Bourrasque is coming in here. So he is going for the Löwe, which is quite interesting. I think there's a window where he can shoot through. But what we can also do is we can help him out, the Löwe, by switching the side and going over and putting some pressure on the Bugask. We do have enough armor. Oh, wow. Yeah, he immediately moved when we were moving, so I'll have to actually see if we can put one into him. There we go. Sorry. Sorry, Löwe. Sorry, Mr. Löwe. Got, like, absolutely wrecked by 2 vehicles. Yeah, he's not happy. I can see it. I can see it in the chat. That was very unfortunate. I did not expect the Object 703 to actually push him again. We both obviously moved right in at that time when he was getting pushed, so I think if one of us would have stayed over there, probably could have assisted with the 703, and the other person could have assisted with the Burask, because the Burask was very aggressive in that push. I think the Burask kind of felt that either they push now, take out the Löwe, but they must have known that we were there as well. Oh god. There's still a light tank up here. The LHMTV. It's a terrible... I'm right in the water. But it should be quite difficult for them to actually hit my little plate if I stay in the water. The turning, everything. Can't switch to side. If they track me right now, I kind of go drown. That wouldn't be very nice. Oh boy. What a horrible way to die. What a horrible place to be in. That was so dumb. That was one of the dumbest games I've had in quite a while. I drove out into the middle. Instead of going up onto the beach on the other side, I decided to go back. Obviously, the Lorraine and the WZ were just waiting for me. I couldn't see them because the 112 doesn't have any real spotting range, and they just picked me off. That was atrocious. That was one of the very worst games that I could have shown off. But either way, it's okay. Stuff happens, and I think we learn. Don't be a water rat in a tank when you can do something else. Be on dry land. That was pretty horrific. Okay, we're gonna be playing the Lancensee because it is very similar. At least I had the feeling it looks very similar to the AMX 30, AMX Altproto 30, but turns out it wasn't the case. And we just have to make the best of it. God, sometimes, I think most of the time, I just suck at this game. When you're playing World of Tanks, I think, like, when you play a lot of World of Tanks and you play World of Tanks for a very long time, there are times where you basically just shut your brain off. And I think it's Wargaming's fault. I'm gonna put it on Wargaming. Wargaming made me play bad. It wasn't the LEGO skill, it was Wargaming. They kind of conditioned me like that. But yeah, no. That was definitely not the best game right there. Hopefully nobody watches that. Hopefully nobody watches the start of the VOD or something like that. Put one into the links. Oh no. I don't want to get spotted right there because everyone on the other side of the hill can shoot me. Oh, yeah, it's a bit tight in here. I'm asking myself, is that link still in there? Because I didn't see him move away and he kind of disappeared. So it could be that he just, you know, pulled back. That second shot, I think one of the shots did connect with something because I didn't see a splash. Ah, come on. I was just about to finish him off. Okay. So Lakeville is a very... Ooh, like, look at that. That looks very tasty over there. I have to be careful though that I do not get spotted. We do track him, but don't do any damage. Nobody's really shooting these guys from here. That shot went nowhere. There you see, the Lynx is still in that same spot. And I think I hit him with the second shot. And I think I hit the TS5 with one of my shots. That did connect. The Progetto behind me. He must be right next to me. I don't really see why. Why is he pushing me? I was in front of him. You see me. I think the Lansen has something. I don't even know the accuracy of the Lansen, but it must be not too bad because the shots are coming in. TS5 is gonna move up because obviously he wants to support. We're just gonna pick him apart right here because you cannot go to the church and you know, stay a bit off the church. You have to hug the church, or you have to stay behind and let the other team play the church because otherwise you have a bit of an issue like we have on the 1-2 line. Holy shit, the 1-2 line 1-2 line is completely open. We were all so focused on oh no. No. Okay, we survived that. He hits us, we miss, but he was a lot slower than us. I think that's quite interesting to see a batch at 12T. Please, artillery, can you move away so I can finish it? Oh my god! Auto tanks, give me a break. Jesus Christ. Yeah, I have a bit of lag, so I just want to point that out. I think I'm not going to get the kill. Why did I sign up for a North American server? I'm not playing my best role tanks right now because I am being extremely aggressive right here. And I definitely should not be this aggressive. There we go. Because it's a 3v2 now, but we have 2 full HP tier 8 vehicles. God. And I'm just losing HP. Oh god. Oh, we have a bit of an issue here. I kind of has to stay down here. I hope the VK just keeps looking at me. And I get one-shotted by the artillery almost. That was a direct hit on the Lansen C. But either way, I think we kept him off long enough. We didn't really do anything. We kind of fluffed a lot of shots. And we kind of played like absolute morons once more. Or I played like an absolute moron. But either way, you know, I'm gonna take that as a win because I think the team's gonna round up the enemy base, and it's not always about the personal gain. It's not always about that. Let's check the missions real fast. The daily missions. We have to destroy 2 tanks in battle. We have to be among the top 3 players in your team by damage dealt. I think we can do that. I think I'm gonna pop a booster as well, so that... What can I need? I definitely need a credit booster, so I'm gonna go 50% credits. Do we want free XP? Or do we want... I'm trying to get a lot of field modifications, so I'm just gonna give a XP booster, and probably either... I'm gonna go with a free XP booster, because I have a ton of those free XP boosters, as you can see. Like, I have over 2,000 boosters, I think, by this point, because I almost never utilize them, and that is certainly one of my biggest issues, one of the biggest problems, because I just do not use these bloody boosters that I have. I want to play another heavy tank. I think I'm gonna go with the Carnarvon. See if I have some more equipment to back it up. I always spent my money on equipment, so That's always kind of it's kind of dumb to be wasting so much credits on equipment. Let me just see real fast if the stream is running and everything is okay. And let me go to the streamer mode of YouTube. Then we can check that. Okay, we're playing on Paris. Playing on, oh, we won that match, as you could see right there. Lance and C, very nice. Good win, good win. We were very important in that success for our team. Which is a total lie, obviously, but hopefully nobody has seen those 2 starting games. They were quite horrible. But we're in an action 10, Carnarvon, not the Centurion. And this thing actually slaps. It has a really competitive 84mm gun, 83mm gun. And we just lost our scout. Oh, that sucks. This thing, tier for tier, is quite nice. In a hull down position, this thing is basically unbeatable against other tier 8s. But against tier 10 tanks, I think most of the players will be laughing at you because of that 84mm gun, where everyone is running around with 130mm nowadays. Even medium tanks with 122, and you're just slugging it out with a not even 90mm gun. But it has a very high rate of fire, and we're gonna get absolutely bumped right here. Just side script a bit. Oh no, I'm not ready for Emil 2 and the 703 double. I should have probably taken that little ridgeline and utilized that ridgeline. I'm just gonna keep it cracked. Spam some high explosive into his tracks because I don't really have the pen to go through that anyhow. And the Kranwagen has like 18 seconds where he's just reloading, and I have that rate of fire to keep that guy. Okay, never mind. I thought I was able to track him in place. Looks like World of Tanks just doesn't work anymore. This game is broken. I used to be able to do that quite often. Keep people in place with... Oh boy, he's just not going through. On the left, I don't think we can side script. I don't think we can get to the 703. But what we could get right here is T57. That 57 wants a piece of me. A little cheeky side scraping action in the Carnarvon. Sorry, buddy, cannot go through there. He just unloaded his magazine in rage and still tried to go right through, but can damage the tracks all he want. Really care. And we can keep that position safe from any kind of interference right there. Oh, that 57 really wants... He wants to die. Okay, okay, take him out. Oh boy. He did not finish him off. Oh boy. I did not penetrate him. Okay, we have an Emil right there. We have an Object 140 in the middle. With that angle, we actually can penetrate him. Because he is, just gonna repair. He's overextending. The angle is quite bad right there. Oh lol, we actually penetrated that one. His, you gotta remember that the Kranwagen's side armor, or the Emil, that side armor is just not good enough in certain angles, in certain situations. So you just have to be much more, what do you call it? You need to be much more, you have to pay a lot more attention to the angle that you're side scraping in with the Emil and the Kranwagen. Because if you overextend, a little cheeky boy like a Karnarvin Action 10 can just penetrate your side armor with 226mm of pen, which is very good for tier 8 standards of this kind of caliber. I think for tier 8 heavy tanks, 226. I think it used to be really good. Nowadays, probably not even that much anymore. They're like other guns that just have much better pen. Let me just get a track shot into that Stritzwagen. And now we're gonna unleash the one high explosive shell that I have remaining. Or is it a Hesh shell? Doesn't matter. He's dead. So let's reload the AP shell again. I don't really play this tank often. I do not play a lot of British tanks, I have to be honest. I really do not touch a lot of British tanks. And I think it's a bit of a shame, because the British have always been adding some kind of special ingredient into their tea, because their tanks, the tanks that they produce, sometimes are absolutely mad. Just look at the FV series. The FV series is such a box of mystery when you unravel it. You have crazy tank destroyers with naval-sized guns that are supposed to blow off. I don't even know what they were supposed to do. Blow right through everything that they shot. And then they have really weird light tanks. I'm not even sure if any of those light tanks ever existed. But either way, let's just see what we still have to get. Like, American tech tree, everything is done. German tech tree, everything is done except for the top tier artillery. Russian tech tree, everything is done. On the British tech tree, we only have to get the FV4005. But I don't want to get another one. At least I don't want to buy it right now because it's a bit expensive. So I don't want to waste that kind of money right now, or credits. I still have to get the AMX M454, but I just enjoy the tier 9 so much that I don't really want to switch. We have the VZ55, did a review on that. Super beast of a tank. I hate the Type 5, I don't want to buy that, but I still have to buy it. And like the only tech tree, the only vehicles I still have to unlock are the Chinese tank destroyers, and I didn't really want to play the Chinese tank destroyers. They have not been a lot of fun, to be honest. Okay, the tier 7 has been fun, but anything else than the tier 7 has been a bit of a pain in the ass. But either way, we're almost through stage 1. Yes, the hardest part is almost behind us, stage 1. And we've played about half an hour for all the tanks. We won, I think, 3 matches, and we lost 1 match. So, yeah, it's pretty okay. But I haven't really done any kind of real substantial damage, so I still have to get into that and deal the damage if I can. T103. Hey Rasmus, thank you. Thanks for the luck. I'm not even sure if I'm gonna make it to stage 8 or something like that, but good luck to you as well if you're trying this challenge, or I'm not even sure if you're trying this marathon. I'm thinking about going to the right side because I'm a tank destroyer, but I really want to just slap some tanks in the face with this kind of big gun. I've seen players get really agitated with that huge turret, but kind of ignore the hull, because the hull is kind of where this tank just really doesn't work. But with the turret, it kind of makes it's so much fun, like bouncing shots and being an aggressive tank destroyer. I have to be honest, I always had the feeling that this tank kind of sucked. But when I got to play it, like when I got it in one of the Christmas loot boxes about, I think 2 years ago, I gave it a shot and it just slaps. It slaps so much. Like when you hit someone with this kind of tank, it hurts. Like when you get hit for 440, where like 500 hits are pretty common. That's where it hurts to get hit. It's not just your the physical damage it does. It's also the mental damage that it rips open quite a few things. Let's see if we unfortunate. And the rate of fire as well. The rate of fire in this thing is quite ridiculous if you think about it. I think this IS-2S, he's trying to test me right now. And this VK is really annoying. Oh boy. Okay, we slapped the IS-2S, but we get slapped by M12. I think that's it's probably a fair trade. I'm not going to use my medkit right now, but I am a bit worried about the state that we have kind of lost the right side of the map. And that is kind of my fault. That I think it's a bit of the fault of my station and also the rest of the team. But we're going to push this real fast. With the rate of fire that we have with this, we should be able to push into these IS tanks without losing too much HP. 1 second, I'll read your comment in just a second. I have to focus. Get this IS. Which, by the way, if you think about the IS, it's a beautiful tank. I really love the IS. Hey, where did he hit me? Okay, never mind. That is a fair trade. Let me just kill him off. Clean up, then we have to go back immediately. Else the team is going to have a bit of a rude awakening. The boogie. Okay, boogie. Oof. This is such a mean thing to do in World of Tanks. When you go up against tier 6 vehicles in a tier 8 and you just slap them across the face with a shell that does like 400. And it's basically all of their HP gone in one hit. What is the booby doing? There we go. I have to cross real fast because there's a Kanoniak Panzer. Oh, I'm dead. I have a bit of a problem right here. It's a Type 59, it's full HP. Oh god. Oh boy. There's a Busk coming in as well. Type 59 is coming around the corner in just a second. Put OI there. I wanna slap that Busk. Never mind, artillery does that. Artillery does it for me. Now we have to deal with this Type 59. And I cannot die. Oh my god, the OI he just slapped him with the, I think it was an AP shell. He just hit him with an AP shell. That little bugger, or big bugger, he's bigger than me. Yeah, this game is hilarious. Yeah, I mean, you can always try for, you know, I don't know, maybe you get lucky. Maybe Wargaming has like a little bad day. Maybe Wargaming has a bad day at the office. They kind of put some weird numbers into the system, and it turns out that they are giving out the tank for everyone for free because there's a little system error. And you just kind of only spend, I don't know, 2-3 days playing the game. That would be really nice. But yeah, I mean, we can dream on. Either way, I mean, if players really want the AMX, the alt prototype, they obviously can buy it, and I mean, get as far as you can, and then maybe get the tank for a good discount. I think that would be fair, because I heard like it's quite a decent tank. It's nothing too special, so it's probably not going to get like crazy amounts of players finishing the marathon, but probably a lot of players will try to do it. And I mean, you know, we all know Wargaming. They love this little dance with the marathons. I think we have already had like quite a few this year around. This is probably like the, is this the 3rd or 4th marathon? I forgot to count, but we always get marathons, and marathons, I mean, it's always nice. DOI is just, he is killing it. He's just putting one shell after another into these guys and punishing them for good. We have a bit of an issue. We have a bit of a situation right here. We have 2 artillery pieces at the back of the base, and 1 tank destroyer, and it's a Kanonjagdpanzer 105. And the issue with that is I'm almost dead, so I'm gonna start communicating with my team. They have 2 artillery pieces, and T-34. The issue is we have 1 already. We have a T-34 who is almost dead as well. They have a Kanonjagdpanzer who is basically on full HP. As soon as I will get spotted, or as soon as I'm spotted, I'm gonna have a problem. And that problem is going to be that I'm going to get hit by artillery, and I'm only on 97 HP. So we kind of have to catch them off guard. But do you think that the Jagdpanzer 105 is going to move away from that corner? He's probably waiting for us to make a mistake, like that T-34 pushing into the cap. He's gonna spot him, artillery is going to unload on him, and the Kanonjagdpanzer as well. And then it's a 2 versus 3 situation. So I hope that the T-34 doesn't push into the cap. Oh, he actually catches the M44 off guard. And I want to steal the kill. Because I'm a horrible human being. Oh no! Oh no, no, no. Dive, 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 dive. Okay, there's the Kanonjagdpanzer. Oh my god. There he is. I managed to put 1 shot into him, and T-34 unfortunately dies. So he knows where I am. I kind of know where he is, but he is going to have the view range advantage, the mobility advantage. I do have a turret. Oh. Well, I have a bit of an issue here. Because I have to move behind this building, because he knows I'm here. So artillery is going to try to absolutely hammer me. And I hope this M44... Can this M44 help me? Because we're basically just proxy spotting each other right now. And if the enemy already hits me, it's game over for me. So basically, oh my god, I get it. The M44 now, I'm not sure. Is he going for the Kanonjagdpanzer or is he going for the M12? Because they're basically sitting side by side. Oh my god, okay. The M44 M12 just fired. I don't have the gun depression to deal with the Kanonjagdpanzer, but I don't have to. This guy, he just... Oh, no, 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 no. Don't do it. Come on, Artie. Come on, Artie. Is he going for the M12 now? Yes! Let's go! Just gonna wait for a second. Ah, no! That was so dumb! No! God damn it. I should have backed up. I didn't know if he was gonna shoot the back or the front. And this was so dumb. Ah, god damn. It must have come over here from somewhere over there. That was... Now it's a M12 versus the M44. The good old artillery standoff. Capping is probably the smartest thing. With the proxy, they're just gonna spot each other, and it's going to be quite interesting now. Yeah, this was definitely an interesting match because I did not expect the Kanunyak Panzer to be this aggressive. With full HP, he pushed me. I had 97 HP, but to be fair, he was in a situation where he had to wait for artillery to reposition because, you know, if he turns away from me, I have a turret. I can just punish him if he drives away. I thought, like, when he already killed him, I was like, okay, don't make any sudden moves. Just stay kind of hidden. Do not drive too far out so that they don't splash you, or that they already doesn't splash you. And it turns out, I wait so long. Oh my god. Oh no. Oh my god, no way. No way. He actually moved around the entire corner, and now he is in pursuit of the M44. Oh boy. The M44 has a faster reload time, so if he takes his time, he's gonna be able to... Is he gonna hit the building or something like that? Oh my god. Oh no. He can't... yeah, doesn't have a repair kit. This is horrible. This is what World of Tanks is all about. Oh my god. Just... No, don't do it! Oh my god! Good job. Wow. This is mad. He just drove in front of him. He had the barrel in his face, and he was a half second faster than the M12. Because I'm pretty sure the M12 was loaded by that point. I was like, oh my god, he's gonna kill himself. And I was like, oh no, he's not gonna be able to hit him because he's going to turn faster than he's going to be able to turn. And it turns out that we win that match. And it was quite a good game as well. But massive props to that OI and that M44. I'm just gonna write him a little message because that was really great. Great job there. What a clutch save. And Bird Boy. Who's Bird Boy? I don't even know. Oh yeah. Oh, Bird Boy is the T-34-85 who dealt 2,500 damage in his bloody tier 6 T-34-85. Nice game. 2,300 damage in the T-34-85. Okay, we've arrived at chapter 2, and I'm not really sure how much XP was that. How much base XP was that? The base XP here was 1,700 base experience. So that was pretty good. That was an epic game. That was definitely an epic game. Great game by these two. Like this would probably be a great video because holy crap, I did not expect us to win that when the M12 came around that corner, because I was like, no way in hell are we ever going to win a match where the enemy artillery is going to be able to shoot our artillery, because I pointed it out that the artillery is coming from the other side, so it was kind of my fault as well, and it was very, very funny. That was a great game. Like, games like that are definitely the reason why you play World of Tanks, because these games are hilarious. So we're gonna jump into the Type 59 pattern, which was recently buffed, and I made a video on it, and it's actually quite a lot of fun. But I don't think it's going to be a lot of fun against tier 10 tanks. That was a great game. I love those kind of games. if you only had that kind of tension, those games where it's like until like minute 1 or 2, you don't really know what the outcome of the game is going to be. I think no one is mad when you lose that match because it's just there's so much tension. It's like it's so funny. Love to see those kind of games more often, but I think for that we have to have a bit of a better matchmaking system and just generally speaking, I don't even know, more balance in the game. That would be probably a good way to increase more enjoyable matches. Okay, there's a Shao Futuro 4 right next to the rock. Oh, that Progetto is going to come up. This Kranwang is probably biting off more than he can chew in this position. I'm just gonna move back, give him a bit of space so he can maneuver here, because the Kranwang is going to be a lot more important to this match than I am. Oh, he actually bounced off my upper hull, which does not happen in World of Tanks. I've never seen anyone bounce off the Type 59 hull with a tier 9 tank, but it has happened. So we have a 1-1-3 over here. We probably should not be the ones in this corner, but I don't want to play passive. Oh, we just lost the AE phase 1. We don't have any artillery, so that is definitely not going to be a... It's going to be a bit of an issue. The 1-1-3 doesn't see me, but he's in a very good spot. You can't really do anything when he is in that position. I mean, with the Shao Futuro, we have like a opportunity to get like maybe a shot in without them noticing. But I would really prefer not to be pushed into battle by a T-28. I just want to turn. Excuse me. Sorry. T-28. Thank you. Sometimes there are just weird people playing this game. So let's refocus on the middle for a second. See what we can do here. We have a T-124 who's hugging the side, who's trying to perma or proxy spot the LT. And we have a bit of an issue here. We don't have any access to the middle. We've lost 2 tanks in the middle already. And we have an MEL2 over there. He needs to retreat. He's gonna get hit in the side of the turret. Yeah. This is a very awkward scenario right now. When the hill is such an essential part of the map, in a matchup like this, and when you lose the hill, there are not a lot of ways to actually deal with the situation, because you have to be really, really passive. Because if you try to be aggressive and maybe to push the hill, a counter push, you're not going to be able to survive it. You're going to definitely lose a lot of HP in the crossfire. So you kind of have to deal with the fact that these guys are going to be pushing, they're going to be playing a lot more offensive, and with that, you can actually punish them. So this E4 is showing quite a bit of side there. Maybe we can deal some damage. Yeah, this is really awkward. Hi Mystic, welcome to the live stream. Don't shoot my cupola. It's up. Hello, Alpaca. I like those names. I like the names. I'm just gonna run away because that's what I do best. That's why I have the turbo on this tank. Running away is probably the easiest thing to do in a tier 8 tank in a tier 10 matchup. This is super awkward. Oh, there's the 113. He is making a play. Oh god, I hit him. Oh no, I have a high explosive anti-tank. Shell loaded. Oh, I didn't notice that. Don't shoot me. I'm also Chinese. A Chinese tank. I'm on your side. This is so awkward right now. Okay, so right there, we have a bit of a side profile. There's something else in the way. Can't really... Oh, it must be the building. He must be right behind the building right now. Yeah, boys and girls, I don't really think that this is going to be a win. I'm usually a very optimistic person, but I do not think that this is going to be a victory for us. I cannot really see us getting a win out of this match. Oh, standard beat. Tier 9 autoloader. Oh, thank you. Please don't shoot me again. Just trying to have some fun in a tier 8. Yeah. Okay, he tracks me, I track him. Fair. No damage on both sides. Good trade. Side square. God damn it. I was just about to pull the trigger. Yeah, there is another tank coming in that I really do not want to mess with. And it's a T95. Because that is going to be super awkward when that thing rolls around the corner. Oh. Yeah, free damage? Nope, no free damage. Nope, nothing like that. Just falling back, slowly but surely. God damn it. Hey, to be fair, I have started to have quite a bit more fun. Oh god. Bye world. I started to have a lot more fun in World of Tanks when I stopped playing for all kinds of reward tanks. And like when I stopped doing these marathons. But I feel like I have to reconnect with that deep and bitter resentment towards this game. Because I feel too positive about World of Tanks. No, I'm just kidding. Obviously, World of Tanks. We all know the issues. We all know like a ton of problems with this game, and majority of those could be fixed, but they do take time. And the only way to fix these issues is by wargaming, yeah, addressing them. We can't do anything else than point them out. And like if you check, all you have to do is you have to check the numbers, the YouTube numbers on World of Tanks content in the last couple of months or weeks, and you go and look into like the videos that Quick Baby has produced. It's quite interesting because I don't really think that Quickie Baby has changed his style in, you know, the YouTube verse, the YouTube sphere. He's still making the same kind of World of Tanks YouTube content, and he's getting a lot less views. And I don't think that Quickie Baby has had any kind of scandal or anything like that, or I don't know. He doesn't seem like you know, a unlikable person or anything like that. I just think that the interest in World of Tanks is slowly but surely going away. I don't really think that there are a lot of players out there that bother with World of Tanks when there are like issues that have been part of the game for several years now. Like some even since the beginning of the game. I mean, gold and premium ammunition is not an issue that oh my god. By Hurricane, I guess. Oh, he actually lit something up. What? Or no, I think it was the Chimera. But that's hilarious that at least he still managed to shoot something. I'm not even sure if that is a bot or not because I've seen a lot of bots in the World of Tanks the last couple of years, and there are definitely people farming the living crap out of this game and selling accounts. I've also seen accounts being sold for all kinds of values. Oh my god, we have a Ferdinand that is pushing on the left side, and he's almost on the other side of the map. What is going on here? That is going to be a Hail Mary shot. Nope, not gonna hit. The Ferdinand managed to get to the other side of the freaking map, and he didn't get hit once. What is going on? Are these all bots? Did they just not shoot the Ferdinand? Did nobody spot that Ferdinand? We have a Rheinmetall Borsig that just pushed the open space over there. What? We have 2 tank destroyers that just slowly but surely moved over. You know what? I can't watch. Like, if a Ferdinand moves over like that, I have to be there because, like, are you kidding me? Like, they have no one spotting the middle. I should be spotted by now. Oh, we have a target. No Russian RNG. Oh, Lorraine, please do not fall on top of me, because I think I can. No. Come on. No! Oh no. No, that was so dumb. I should have waited. The Lorraine dropped in. Like, you can survive that, but you have to go immediately. So I dropped in, the Lorraine dropped on top of me, and because of that little bump, I kind of drowned. Like, I would like to know if that was a team kill. Oh no, it actually wasn't. Because I think if you push someone in the water and like they see there's a contact there, they are going to give you like a minus. Like, it's going to be a team kill. And that was the dumbest thing ever. This match is so weird. We have with just one heavy tank pushing out in the middle. We have a Ferdinand who is like spotter of the year. And RHM, they just moved in. The enemy base is completely open. No one is over here. And I drown in a match where I can probably still do a lot of damage. My god. That was so bad. Hey, Burial. Welcome to the stream. Yeah, I didn't pray to my communist overlords. That was painful. That could have probably been a great game if I just was able to move over there, because I think the entire base was open. You just drive through, you shoot everything. I just drowned like an idiot. I thought, like, oh my god, when the Lorraine is gonna drop in there with me together, I'm gonna die. And yeah, I didn't expect to not make it, but I kind of thought that maybe I'm gonna drown if I'm not careful enough. Either way, I'm just gonna jump into the next vehicle because I need the credits. Like today's games are very crazy, and I don't even know what to do against that. I'm just gonna drive I'm not even sure what I should be driving. I'm gonna drive the FV4202 because I have a crazy like racing skin on it that we probably all got from the racing event. I think that was, like, what was it? The Chaffee Racing. That was actually a lot of fun. That Chaffee Racing was great. I really enjoyed that. That was something completely different. I am always crying out that I'm always complaining. The thing is, when you're on my YouTube channel, you always hear me complain about everything. I'm complaining about all kinds of stuff. I'm complaining about tanks being overpowered. I'm complaining about events. I'm complaining about Wargaming being a horrible company. Complaining about the monetization. I'm complaining about players. I'm complaining about my playstyle. Everything. It's like I'm this really annoying, nagging guy that's constantly complaining. But I'm still playing the game. I'm still having fun. Maybe I just have to step back with my complaining and just enjoy the show for what it is every once in a while. And yeah, I'm definitely not going to be putting any kind of crazy title in the title of this live stream because I don't think I can sell this off with crazy gameplay or something like that. There's definitely not going to be a lot of great games. I don't feel like this is the evening with those 5k win 8s. It's probably more the evening where I get drowned 4 times in a row. Believe it or not, I actually drowned on this map, which is almost impossible, but I did drown. And it was not it was not by my free will. I didn't drown because I wanted to drown myself, but I was moving in that little basin, in that little dip, and somebody actually tracked me, and I slipped into the water, and I drowned because I didn't have a repair kit, and that was like one of the most embarrassing moments while playing tanks, because I have not seen those kind of kills often when somebody actually just shoots someone, tracks them, and they kind of drown. But obviously we win on Malinovka. We still get 35,000 credits for just being there, which I think is very, grateful. I'm very grateful for that because I didn't do jack shit. But either way, what are we going to do here? This is a tier 9, tier 8 matchup. Fairly nice, even for the FV, since this tank does have very nice pen for a medium tank at tier 8. We have a T10 in a very aggressive position. He is stuck though, as we can see that from here, because he only has 1,700 hit points. But what we can do is, oh my god, we have a T34 in the inside, like right in front of us. And he hasn't spotted us. So I have to be a bit careful here. If I hide behind this building, I might just be able to put some pressure on him. Yeah, that's exactly what I didn't want. I didn't expect the T-34 to just move in there, because I wanted to go to the spot where he was. And I knew that there were going to be tanks in that position over there, where I got shot from by 2 Emils, 1 Emil 2 and 1 Emil 1. And we have an Emil 1, no 2, that actually moves into a very aggressive spot right there. I have to be a bit careful because I'm the only tank on the 0 line, and I saw a standard B, which is the Italian tier 9, and that standard B can make my day living hell. Or my life. Or the life that I have in this game, at least. So I have to be a bit careful, but I'm going to move up. Oh boy, that was maybe not the smartest move right there. Because the Emil 1 is still looking right at me, but I don't think he can see me anymore. So what I'm going to do is, I'm going to move to the next house. All stealthily, we can see the standard Bs over there. We're gonna move over here. We're gonna put some pressure on these guys that have moved into the middle. Snapshot didn't work out, but we bounced him. And this Emil is gonna have a real bad time when I pen him, which doesn't happen because this is an 84mm gun that sucks because it's British. And we have a bit of an issue here. I expected this to happen. He doesn't really know what to do in this moment, and I think it's quite interesting to see. Still firing, he just fired, so I'm just gonna give him one more. A little love tap. I expected him to push, but I thought a bit more he was going to push with more, conviction. But that's good for me, because I had some support in the back. I knew that the AE phase 1 was there. But I'm not sure if we can take him on. He's still half HP. He's going to be reloading, but we can maybe spot him by... Oh my god, that is actually pretty beautiful what just happened there. Someone hit him because somebody spotted him because he moved into the middle. And let me put one into... he's in that. He's in that dip. Oh boy, I knew it. There was something in the back there. playing the medium tank as that aggressive breacher, because the FE4202 has really trollish armor. It sometimes works really well, even against like heavy tanks and tank destroyers, but not this time. I'll have to have somebody else push in for me, because I can't do it by myself. I only have 370 something HP, and I just got hit twice by the Emil one. But if I keep like this, he should be able to. Yeah, just give me that bouncing damage. I take it. We're going to turn. The Emil is out of ammo, and we're going to see if we can deal with that K91 PT right now, because that thing is going to be super annoying. Do you think he's still going to be aiming this way? Like, am I going to be the idiot that just drives out and thinks that he's not going to be aiming this way because there's a horde of tanks coming in? Or is it going to be one of those times where he's just waiting? You know what? I'm going in. I don't care. Yeah, he's still aiming for me. Funnily enough. He is actually still aiming for me. This little bugger. Yeah, there we go. At least we got some spotting. In the end, combined damage, about 2,000. It's okay. I'm gonna take it. But I really knew. I just know this game. I just know this game so well that I know this guy is still gonna be aiming. He probably was aiming for that spot the entire game, and he didn't move once, even though they started losing all of the flags. And he was like, I'm gonna nail this bastard when he's coming around the corner. I swear I'm gonna nail him. And, well, he nailed me, but he also kind of lost the match, so... I mean, I think that's a 1-0 for me. Okay. Let's see. I don't want to play something overpowered, but I also don't want to play the FCM... You know what, we're going to play the FCM50T. This tank is so bad, I don't even have the best crew member on it. Like, the radio operator. You kind of have a radio operator on this tank. It's like a 5-man crew, or I don't even know. I think it's 5-man crew. And I don't even have 6th Sense. No, I don't. I have 6th Sense, but I don't have Brothers in Arms. And this tank actually needs Brothers in Arms to be really good. Or, I don't think this tank is any good in this game anymore. It used to be a tank that was really fun. But with those tier 8s that are running around nowadays, you're gonna get your ass whooped. But that's not gonna stop us, because we're gonna get some... We're gonna get it on in this match against tier 7 and 6 tanks. That's... No, actually just tier 7. Tier 7 and tier 8. What we're going to be doing is we're gonna be playing the master strat. We're gonna move into the E3, the nipple over there. We're gonna push some... We're gonna put some real pressure on these guys. Because this thing has the rate of fire, just doesn't have anything else. Gun handling is horrendous. Mobility, on the other hand, is rather nice. Or, you know, tank of this size. Ah, nobody even hit me. You amateurs. Bloody amateurs. Come on, Bad Chat 12T, I know you want to do it. These French tanks. All trying. Play for the spot of top Frenchie. Is he going to come down again? Okay, so we put one into the EBR Hotchkiss. CK! No need to grind this tank, they will sell it next summer at a normal price. Well, the funny thing is, I think it's funny that you're thinking that I'm going to be able to get this tank. You put a lot of faith into me, because I don't think that I'm going to be ever able to get the this tank. I do not think that I'm going to be able to get this tank. Unless I buy it, and I really do not want to buy any more World of Tanks premium vehicles. Unless... Oh boy, I'm just getting rockle stomped by KV4. It used to be so easy to pen its turret. But nowadays, even with premium. Ah, never mind. It works. It just works. We have to knock him out. Somebody needs to get the finishing blow right into him. Nope. I think it's really funny that he's aiming his gun upwards so that we bounce off his gun, because it works sometimes. I've seen it work. I've done it myself. But I love when people do that because it just shows like they have one weak spot on top of the turret. Oh, sorry about that. Here. You can move in. And it's always going to be that thing on top. I'm pushing someone and I'm sorry about that. Okay, there's an E25. There is quite a bunch of tanks in the middle. I do have the view range. And I do have the rate of fire. Oh boy, no, please don't do it. Artillery, I'm your friend. Oh boy. Nope, nope, I have enough of that. This S51 is just going to be waiting for me to peek out again, and then he's going to punish me so much that I will not be able to play this tank ever again. Just go hide somewhere, play a bit more passive, because this tank doesn't have any protection. I should have backed off maybe a bit more, but I'm always a very aggressive player. I just survived the AML1 because of horrible RNG for these boys. It's actually like a real close match, even though we control the side here and we control the 1-2 line. They're doing fairly well because they control the middle. And oh, they put up a real good fight. The EBR is still spotting me up there. And he's hell bent on killing me. Yeah, it's EBR right there. He is blind firing because he wants me dead. He wants me out of the picture, and I can't peek because if I peek, I'm gonna die. There's the EBR. I'm gonna peek. I'm gonna peek. Poire 2016. I don't even know if that's a made-up name or not. This is actually a real close match, and a close match, a match where I kind of lost any kind of meaning, because if I peek here, I'm gonna get slammed. Somebody's gonna see me. Artillery is going to knock me out, but I have to help these guys. I think I have to take the risk of always peeking just real fast, putting one in and then running for my life. I haven't been spotted this time around. Okay. Okay, that's good to know. So I'm gonna move over here. The Panther has moved to the corner, so he's assisting over there. The EBR is still alive, so that's very important to know. Come on. Oh, the EBR bounced me. I bounced the EBR. I bounced the only shot that I needed to bounce, and I bounced it. Ah, that's beautiful. That's beautiful. That's what I call poetic justice. That EBR must be hammering the 2 key like a crazy person now, because he just bounced that shot. Because yeah, probably with high explosive or APCR he would have gotten me. Dead to rights right there. Okay, now if we can put something into the Leo. He is right there. I just can't really see him. He just spotted me, so I have to be careful again, because the artillery is probably going to think, 37 HP? So I'm gonna move down here. Yeah, the FCM 50T, it's one of a kind. Most powerful tank in the game. And you don't really need any other vehicle. I remember there are some guys that only play the FCM 50T. That used to play only this tank because it was really, like, it was a great fun tank. Before they added all of the defenders and stuff like that, this vehicle was actually a lot of fun. I think this EBR really wants me dead because he's coming for me. He's definitely coming for me. He's looking. He's looking. He's driving over here. He's gonna spot me in a second when he... Oh, he's... Thank you, Challenger. That Challenger. I think if I would have moved up here and tried to kill him, he would have gotten me because that would have been fair. He should have been able to kill me, and I think that would definitely been a fair kind of exchange after having like shot at me so many times, and I just get out because I'm lucky. This guy is just, he just had no real luck, and I can understand why he came over to finish me off because he had enough of that game. I'm gonna do something real stupid now. Oh, actually not. Maybe artillery is gonna eat me up. Oh, there's the E25 right now. Dr. Tankenstein, he makes a move. He makes a play. He's driving away. Not gonna get that far, buddy. Like, I really dig those French tanks that have no armor. I think they're really fun. They just have something special that all the other nations kind of don't have. Like, you know, World of Tanks, there were always tanks that had identity. There were always lines, tech trees, that like you knew for a very specific kind of reason. Like, they had either no armor but were really fast. They had maybe autoloaders that no one else had. Nowadays, every tank has an autoloader. Every tank is fast. Every tank has, like, oh, I actually hit him. Every tank has armor. Every tank has, like, 500 millimeters of penetration. And I think it's like, really weird. Why would you play the AMX 50B anymore when you have the VZ 55? That thing is just much better in every regard and does about the same kind of damage which you do, but in like just half the time that you need to, you know, that you need in AMX 50B. And I think it's so weird. I see that CK is one of those masochists that also likes to be in tanks that just get one-shotted by artillery. I think just a week ago I was one-shotted in the CDC by I'm not even sure, it was a British tier 9 artillery piece, that FV 3805 or something like that. Let me check real fast. Yeah, 3805, yes, exactly. This thing with the 7.2 inch howitzer absolutely knocked the living crap out of me with his shot. But I did lose a little bit of HP prior, but still, that hurt like hell, and I never gotten over that. Because artillery, man, to be fair, I've seen how bad artillery is nowadays. I've played artillery just once, and I never want to play artillery again. Like, if somebody really hates me, I would just have to play artillery. Like, especially tier 7 or tier... No, not even tier 7, but tier 9 and 10 artillery. Like, if you play the French artillery pieces nowadays, the Batchet 155 58, that used to be like the worst artillery piece that constantly like bit your face off with its super annoying reload. Yeah, that was no fun at all. But nowadays it's horrible. Like, I really can't describe how bad artillery has become, and I understand the frustration. On the other hand, I'm kind of quite glad that artillery has been nerfed a bit. They're still annoying with the, you know, with the mechanic of stunning you, but at the same time, I have to say, like, what is the point of playing artillery nowadays as an arty player? Because I think what was much worse was to have 3 artillery pieces in one team, because then you had like this really annoying screen of arty shots coming in every single second, and that is still there when you're playing in a match with 3 artillery pieces, but it just nowadays it's I don't know. This game has gone some really weird routes the last couple of years. Oh, damn. Talking about the game's health and everything is always kind of sad. But I'm still enjoying it. I'm playing the 50 TP prototype. I don't think anyone has ever seen me playing standard tanks in a live stream because I'm always grinding credits when I live stream because it's the easiest. I just have all the tanks lined up. All the other tanks, like some standard tanks, I haven't played in years. So when I have to pick them up again, I have to reassign the crew. I have to get everything in it, and I have to like get like the entire loadout put into the tank again. I don't really know why I just moved in front of the this little tier 9 heavy tank, because he's just that much more armored than I am. But he's probably glad I did, because I caught a shell for him. There's an IS-3 over there. That's gonna hit. Nope. No pen. Okay, I love that. That was a lovely artillery hit. So on the other side, or on the other hand, I have to be honest, I don't really feel with artillery players at all. After just getting hit for about 300 HP, I hate artillery. I have no compassion. And we're gonna lose this flank because we're going to get flanked in any second right now. And it's not gonna be going good this match, unfortunately for us. Okay, at least we get a kill and we get a bit of damage, but we're going to lose this flank in a second unless we get some help in here. Okay, somebody was trying to hit my cupola on top. There we go. 484. Did you enjoy that brick in the face, Mr. Renegade? My god, I hate this tank. That was also really dumb. How are we, like, what are we supposed to do? We cannot run away, buddy. We don't have any place to go to. Do you understand? Oh, we're dead. Yeah, we're dead. I think they just have more tanks coming in. Like, I don't even know how many tanks that were. Like 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. 7 or 8 tanks. Sometimes numbers win the match, and the rest of our team, all the tank destroyers that we had, were just sitting in the back there. But obviously they can't really do anything, because in a matchup like this, where the balance is just not really given, kind of happens. Sometimes to get ruffle stomped, well, sometimes you kind of have to also get ruffle stomped by someone, so you can appreciate when you ruffle stomp somebody else. So I'm just gonna put another booster in there, and we're going to go for more free XP, because why not? It's always nice to get free experience. Those boosters probably give you almost nothing on free XP if you think about it. And we have that disabled. That's pretty good. How about we play the Emil 1951, I think. Yeah, 1951. Oh. So, is anyone of you guys doing the challenge right now? Like, are you actually doing the challenge, or are you not interested at all in the tank? Because, to be fair, I kind of, like, I totally understand all perspectives. Like, if somebody really doesn't want to grind the tank because, well, I can understand, you know, there are other premium tanks and it's just not worth your time, because your time is definitely worth more than grinding out that absolute thing. Yeah, no, like, what would you take part in the challenge when it would be more humane? Because I think, like, we have a lot of ways to get to premium tanks nowadays. Like, obviously, I started throwing my wallet at this game a couple of years ago, and you can see that in that collection of tier 8 premium tanks that I have. Yeah, I totally understand you. Like, yeah, I have buckets of tier 8 premium tanks as well, so like, why am I doing this? Like, that's probably the question I should be asking myself. But I feel like I haven't participated in a challenge in a very long time. God damn it, that little rock right there. It's just in a way. Okay. How did you pen? That APCR shell actually goes right through my turret. Are you kidding me? Are you kidding me? What? That turret is this bad? What kind of pen does the Carnarvon have on his premium shells? Holy shit. That's kind of nasty. But yeah, I totally get it when people don't want to participate. I think instead of getting us another premium tank, like, I don't know, I'm not sure what Wargaming's, you know, idea is behind all of these premium tanks, but it's like the only content they actually produce nowadays anymore. Nah, that was close. What I'm thinking about is, why not give us something else? Like, instead of a premium tank, give us maybe an event where we can get some, I don't know, we don't actually even have to get something. Why not give us an event that is, you know, around the Christmas spirit and has some cool stuff to do, like races and stuff. Like, I don't know, some mix of fun games. That would have been, I think that would have been a lot more memorable than the next marathon, because I really don't know how many marathons we had. I still remember when they started with the marathons. I think the Progetto 46 was the first marathon tank ever. And when they started, it was actually quite unique, because we haven't seen it before. But then it became really stale very, very quickly. And these bloody marathons, man. I don't even know how Wargaming or how Quickie Baby does it, because that guy is just going nuts with marathons. And I kind of feel sorry for him that he always has to do them, because it's kind of an expectation by now. You expect him to do that because he's done every single one since, I don't know, the last 3-4 years. But yeah. Here, there we go. I don't need premium APCR to kill you. I just have to wait for you to make a mistake. Oh boy. I almost got hit. Almost made a mistake right there. But I didn't pay for it. Oh, come on. You want to overextend. Where did he just pen that guy? Either way, I'm gonna reload. And after I've reloaded, I'm gonna make my way over here. And I hope nobody shoots me in the rear, because that would be not very kind. And then we're gonna move in here, and we're gonna put some pressure on this little contingent of 4 enemy tanks that have tried to make a breakthrough, and they have ran themselves into a corner where we can absolutely finish them all off, if I'm smart. And I just don't ignore the T-57. God damn it, I hate this. I hate when I'm bouncing this bloody tank, because there's no reason for me to bounce him. Come on. I don't know if you've done the pressure. I'm still done. Okay. That was, let's not talk about that, because, I kind of became the victim there. So dumb. Why did I do that? I think this team does have it in the back, though, because at least they're not as dumb as I am. when I play World of Tanks on stream. You know, sometimes you just want to kill. And I really wanted that. I really wanted him dead. And I didn't think that anyone was going to be able to kill him. So I was like, you know what, I'm gonna sacrifice myself. But that was next level stupid. Oh god, no, this is also going to be next level stupid. No, don't throw this away. This was a horrible game, but do not throw this away. You guys can still do this. I'm actually quite interested to see how this game actually turns out, because we've lost all of the momentum on the other side, and I almost have the feeling it's because like, I kind of threw my life away there for nothing, and an extra tank now would have been really good, I guess. But this is... Yeah, I think we're gonna lose this if I think about this. This is not going to end well. So we're just gonna skip that, forget about that match. In this snail's pace, I'm not going anywhere. Like, I win a game, I lose a game, and I'm only on chapter 1. I've only done one of the chapters. I'm only halfway through. I'm just gonna go try it with the 50 TPR again. Well, thank you. That's the very first time somebody said anything nice to me about my voice. I think most people are just super annoyed because I talk a lot. So I don't think that my voice is super calming for most of the people. But I mean, you know, if it doesn't work out with my World of Tanks YouTube channel, I'm just gonna do ASMR. I'm gonna talk some people to sleep. So thank you. So I have a different kind of line hobby to do if I'm not going to be able to play on World of Tanks anymore. World of Tanks. Like you only notice how long this marathon is going to be when you've played like, I don't know, about 1.5 hours, and you notice that you're only on stage 1. You still have a huge like stage in front of you, like all of the stages, and I just have to think about like, oh my god, there is so much that I still have to get. And I don't even know how expensive the tank is. They could have actually made it more expensive. Could be the case. We don't know that. And there we go. Put one into the Leo. I don't think they see me, but they maybe just lit me up because of the shot. Well, I'm still covered, so all is good. WZ see something over there. It's also been a very long time since I actually pushed through this town. I've recently only really played medium tanks, so going into the town in a medium tank is usually not a very good idea. But with a heavy, maybe I should just push right through it. They have a Skoda T56, which is the big bad boy now in the tier 8 premium sphere, I think. I don't own it, so I can't really tell. But it's probably a super nasty piece of hardware, because the tier 9 and the tier 10 are actually super nasty tanks of the Czechoslovakians, so I expect the premium to be 10 times the horror that the tier 9 and the tier 10 are, because Wargaming always make the premium worse well, they make it better, but worse to play against. So, okay, you guys catch my drift. But let's just be aggressive right here. He's never gonna expect me to roll around this corner, and I am wreck him. That's what he deserves. That's what he deserves for playing a super overpowered premium tank. What I say in my other powerful premium tank that does 500 damage per single shot. But I think he does about also the same. Like, well, tanks has become nasty at tier 8. Like, tier 8, so close to tier 9 and 10, so close to the top tier. But it just has become like this huge mashup of premium tanks and super crazy matches where actual tier 8s don't have any space in this bloody tier anymore because the tier 8 premium tanks are all tier 9 or should be tier 9.5. Some of them even. And you just have to go up against all that kind of stuff. I don't even remember when I started playing this game. I was super proud when I unlocked the M26, the Pershing. That was my first tier 8 vehicle, and it was like the best tank I thought. I thought it was the best tank ever, and the M26 Pershing is actually such a bad medium tank because it's slow. Its gun is great, but it has mediocre like protection, and it just doesn't fit into the game. Like it doesn't have really the meta anymore, or it's not in the meta at all. Never was, maybe. But it was such a cool tank for me because it was also a tank that I knew out of, from history. And an M26 Pershing, when I first got that tank, I was so happy. That was still when the T23 was the tier 7 tank, which is now like a tier 7 premium tank that you were able to get in a campaign or something like that. And that T23, I remember, that was such a cool tank. Oh wait, am I getting something wrong? It was a tier 7. It was before the... was it a tier 8? It could have been a tier 8. Maybe I'm just getting things wrong. I am getting old. But yeah, that was the time when I got the M46. The M46 pattern was the ultimate tier 9 for me. That was like, I was super stoked when I got that tank. Look at that ram. This Pershing just rammed that Super Hellcat for like 50 HP. Like, what? That was a horrible ram. That sucked. That ram was terrible. So yeah, once we play against tier 7 tanks, all is good. We absolutely stumped them. But against tier 8s and 9s, we get stumped. It's all okay. It's the circle of the World of Tanks sphere. I get an epic reward. Let's go. I'm gonna put that into the tank as well. And we're gonna see. So, what should I play? I think I've got enough of heavy tanks. The credit department is slowly filling up. I need those credits to be able to buy some tier 10 tanks, like a whole bunch of tier 10 tanks that I still have to buy. What am I feeling? I'm feeling about a light tank. Playing light tanks on stream is always such a special kind of thing, because at least when you're playing like heavy tanks and you get like in situations where you have to drive into and you kind of get caught off guard, it's not as bad because obviously you're a heavy tank, you can't do a lot. But when you're a light tank where you really need to know your places, where you need to know the map and everything, and you fail, you look like a total idiot. Like when I play a light tank on stream and I completely screw it up, I play like a complete moron. Well, yeah, I don't think that anyone wants to watch my streams ever again. So I'm just warning you guys. I like light tanks and I do play a lot of light tanks, but On stream, live, everything is a bit different. But look at this little boy. ELC even 90 with, I think, what was it? How many? 3 crew members are packed into this little thing. 3 crew member. It is tiny. It has an autoloader in it. And it supposedly has like 40 shells. This tank has 40 shells in its turret and in its hull, which just doesn't make any sense, if you ask me. We're just going to be a bit of a passive scout at first here. We don't really have a lot of opportunities to do a lot of scouting on this map. Because it's quite small. There are not a lot of ways where you can passive scout and be successful. What I want to do, though, what is important for me, I want to knock this little fence down. Oh my god, obviously I get spotted by the other ELC 90, which was absolutely dumb. Shouldn't have done that. Because the ELC 90 is on the other side over there. And he's just spotting me, so I did a kind of a stupid by knocking down that little fence. I exposed the front part of my vehicle, and he saw me, obviously. But I do spot him. I counter spot him, and it's in in good old fashion. You can see when you have a good team and you scout someone, they do damage, and the other team, they just suck. So I'm always going to big up my team. So what I want to do right here is what is important for me. I want to spot these guys when they're up there. It's a bit difficult with the tree range in there. These trees do give them a bit of extra cover. But as soon as the CS-53 over there moves up to a position like that, we have all time in the world to actually shoot him. So what I'm going to do right now is I'm going to shoot him. Because I feel like it. And oh, actually we just spotted a T-26. You know what? I'm not going to shoot him. I'm just going to be a passive scout for now. Because spotting all of this is probably going to give me more experience and more more experience, more credits than by shooting them myself. Obviously, with this 90mm, this kind of gun, I don't want to shoot them at all. Really don't want to get spotted. Oh, I actually spotted an SU-101. Quite interesting. Very neat. He moved very, very far down. We spotted a GW Tiger, which I don't really understand why the GW Tiger was at that position. But, you know what? Whatever floats your boat. If you want to be a frontline warrior in your artillery, hey, you know what? Do it. As long as you're in the enemy team, you can do whatever you want to do, you know? Whatever you please. But yeah, so far so good. What we can do now is, you know what? We're going to make a play. We're going to make a play. We're going to be the smarty pants that move in and spot a bit of tanks up there. Get a little bit of spotting with the SU-100. And now, what we're going to do is we're going to knock out the CLC even 90. Because this guy is super annoying and we want him dead. Because with him gone, what we can do now is... Okay, we should have maybe waited until we have not been spotted anymore. Any longer. Oh, there's a... Oh, actually, you know what? I'm just gonna skip on these guys for now. I'm gonna move past them. And we're gonna shoot this Kanon in the Eckpanzer in the butt. I'm not sure if he's looking at me or not. I think he's looking at me. Actually, no, he isn't. Because shooting a Canoniac Panzer is always fun. Because those tanks don't have any armor. And, well, you know, what isn't fun is having a super Pershing behind you, chasing you into the forest. Either way, we're reloading. Right now, I have a bit of an issue, which is the Kanoniak Panzer, and we bounce him. Like, wouldn't you look at that? The luckiest little rat in the whole wide world. Bouncing a Kanoniak Panzer with 268 millimeters of pen. No, actually even more because he fired heat. I bounced, I think about 350, I don't even know, 320 millimeters of pen. And that poor lad just absolutely, he's gonna uninstall the game. He's gonna call me a hacker. He's going to absolutely be disgusted with that bounce. I don't even know where I bounced him. But that thing flew right past me, so it wasn't the... what do you call it? Wasn't the tracks. But yeah, decent game. Oh, look at that. We bounced him right there. A decent game. We're going to put one more into the Lorraine. Now I'm going to fall back because I don't want to catch a shell from the Lorraine. And he's going to run right into a trap. If he would actually kill him, that would have been really nice. Now he dies. I'm sorry about that. Oh my god. You know, sometimes it's just pure chaos in this game. This poor lad, he drove all the way up there to help me with the Lorraine. Maybe even get a little bit of additional damage. Maybe even get a kill. Then he just tracks the Lorraine. And instead of being able to kill him, it's a 0 damage shot, and he dies. Now that's what I just call bad luck. That's bad luck, Brian. Such a poor guy. Okay, let me get some more damage. I'm not done here. Okay, we get the kill. We steal it, kind of. Secure it. Let's call it securing. We do 4,000 combined. That's a decent game. And the ELC with 90 on this little map. If you play, yeah, if you're hidden well enough, you stay away from danger, and your team is capable, you're going to be able to do a bit of damage, get a bit of supported fire. So that's all very nice and dandy. Very nice game. Very nice tank. Really, really nice. And we're at 4,673. And that's almost stage 2. We've almost arrived at stage 2. I would have thought that I would have been at stage 3 and 4 already. But you know what? Sometimes you just have to adapt. We are going to be playing the KB5 because I feel like ramming someone. After having to play really cautiously, I want to play really aggressively. The issue is, somehow, I don't have any more equipment on my KB5, which doesn't make any sense. I don't know when I picked it off. But I guess we're playing the KB5 without equipment in that case. Which I guess we can do. Oh, also, this is also a pretty nice map for the KB5. I will do absolutely nothing in the C5 and 6 area. But if I drive to the little town, to, you know, the J and H line, we can basically just rush through. Obviously, all the tank destroyers will nail our ass. But if we can be fast enough... Now, I should have put a turbocharger on this tank. Like a turbocharger. That's all that Quickie Baby does. In all of his equipment guide videos, all he does is putting a turbocharger in it. If the tank goes like 500 kilometers per hour, he puts a turbocharger on it to get it to 505 kilometers per hour. But no, I totally get it. If you had a turbocharger on this thing, then I think the KB5 would probably be a lot, maybe a bit faster, not that crazy much, but every kilometer counts, doesn't it? Hey, I mean, you can buy anything that is worth more than all these premium tanks. Well, tanks. I mean, having a pistol is probably nice. I don't know one, so I can't really talk about that. But I love cleaning my rifle. Obviously, that's what all we grunts love doing, cleaning rifles. That's what we were born to do: shining shoes and cleaning rifles. That's what I'm really good at. Ah, but yes, it's another event with another tier 8 premium tank that I guess nobody really asked for. And I'm probably not going to finish this like all the other events. I don't think I've finished a single event. I think the furthest I got was with the Progetto, and it was like stage... I don't even remember. Stage 8. Stage 8 was probably one of the last stages I arrived at, and stage 8 was just... Yeah, that was... it was tough. That was a really long grind. That was in 2016 as well with the frontline. When frontline arrived at tier 10. Oh yeah, happy Thanksgiving, by the way, to all my American friends. I know that the Canadians also have Thanksgiving, but that is somewhere in October, so different date, I guess. But I know that Thanksgiving, that was yesterday probably. Big deal today, Black Friday. I think that's probably something that a lot more people are interested in. No, I'm just kidding. Yeah, the Second Amendment. Yes, that's a funny thing. We Europeans, we don't understand it, but obviously, you have to have an open mind. So, Second Amendment, having guns. I know guns are a lot of fun and also great protection tools, but yeah, I don't really own anything other than my rifle, and that is mandatory. Yeah, we don't have to put it in the armor. We actually have to take the rifle home. So like basically everyone who went to the army definitely has a rifle at home, because we have to keep it mandatory until we're like 35, and we finished our army service, and we have to keep our marksmanship high until we are 35, and as long as we are still proficient with our rifle, I think... Oh god damn, that was bad. I just want to get over there to the ML2. Yeah, 2 fires in a row, are you kidding me? God damn it, can't even play the KV5 correctly. That's just frustrating. If I play like a complete idiot, I will never get to the next stage. I don't think that this is going to cut it. So I have to play the next match. I don't even know what I'm supposed to be playing. Oh, you know what? I'm gonna play Swiss Tank. I'm gonna play the Swiss Tank. The Swiss Tank, the only Swiss tank that we have in the game so far. But I heard they wanted to add a Swiss tech tree. Yeah, those numbers. I mean, I think it's definitely a different culture. I totally understand it, that the Second Amendment, I mean that all the amendments, everything goes back to the founding of the United States, the Constitution, and all those really interesting historical facts. And I know that the Americans are super proud of their history and their constitution and that freedom and democracy. And I totally get it, because look at half the world. Basically, you can find, I think every corner of the world you can find a country that has an Independence Day from the United Kingdom, because those bloody Brits just couldn't keep their hands off anything, because they really enjoyed having overseas territories, which quite interesting. Like, I mean, that little island, how much that little island has conquered, that is definitely a very special feat. But yeah, Second Amendment, I think what the question is always of the critics, why would you have the Second Amendment still in in power when rifles and technology has changed from the 18th century? I think, like, wasn't that like all of the thoughts behind that? Yeah, like, we don't need to talk about guns. We're talking here about tanks. Or we're playing tanks, and a gun debate that I think you guys have enough of that already in the United States. It's probably, politically speaking, I think it's probably going to be quite difficult, quite a difficult time in the United States, or basically any democracy nowadays. Oh boy. Oh, I don't want to get hit by a T-95. But did you know that Switzerland actually made tanks? This is this Panzer 58 actually is there's a further development of this tank, which was the Panzer 68, which was in active service until I think the 90s. And yeah, Panzer 68, horrible tank, absolutely catastrophic. It was actually, I'm not sure if you heard about it, but this tank, like, when you turned on the heating, it actually managed sometimes to fire, because like the wiring of the heating system and the fire control system was like done on the same, I'm not sure, on the same wire. I don't really know a lot about the details, but the thing was, during an exercise when the crew, was out on the shooting range, which is in the mountains, because obviously we don't have a lot of space, and they turned on the heater, they actually fired the gun, and they noticed that they had massive problems with that the bloody system, because they wired it wrong. And I just think it's hilarious that a tank was able to malfunction and just fire because it had because it was wired to heating. That makes absolutely no sense. I love it. It's such a weird thing. Good thing they stopped making tanks and they stick to their what was it called? The armored vehicles. Sorry, my driving is a bit off. I'm just lagging a little bit, and I'm trying to support these guys in the north, but there's a Leo prototype A that's constantly spotting me over here, so I'm kind of just driving in circles because I want to support them. The issue is I can't really drive over there and support these guys because the T-95 is just aiming for us. So we're in a bit of a stalemate right now. Our team can push, they can't really push. Everyone is just waiting for someone to make a move. It's one of those good old World of Tanks stalemates. And I'm just hoping that I can spot something out here, because I'm getting spotted by the Leo. Probably that thing is going to be a bit of an issue out there. Oh yeah, I heard about that topic. Yes, that's a very yeah, those topics are always going to be extremely extremely going to cause extreme feelings on both sides. I can totally understand it. But I think it's always important to have a debate, you know, be able to talk. If you cannot talk in a democracy and you cannot use arguments, I think that's going to be a really tough time to work things through. Oh, what? We just spotted SU-130 PM and I can actually shoot this guy, so let me fire one shot. And I don't do any damage, obviously, because... Hello? What are you playing? Is it World of Tanks? And I really do not do any damage to him. Let's just see if we can spot him again. He should be right there in between the two rocks and in that little forest or forested area. It's a very weird position that we're in, so I'm just gonna load a AP shell just in case again. I don't want to push anything right now, be like one of those players that just gets into harm's way. I am not able to get a freaking shot off and kill something or hit something. There's nothing I can do with this T95. I might be able to track him, so I'm just gonna shoot him once in the tracks. Can't even track him, so... Nope. Nope. I'm not gonna take your 750 hit points. Flank. I'm not ready for that. You know, I think in a society you need to be able to talk about these things. There are going to be really weird views probably from all the sides. Nobody's ever going to be completely in agreement. But, I mean, democracy is probably the best system that we have so far. There might be new systems coming, but democracy, I'd much rather prefer democracy than pure communism. Because communism, I mean, I've witnessed... I've lived in countries that have communism, and I've lived in countries that had communism, so... I can understand, I mean, I can see several things, and I much rather stay on my direct democracy that we have in Switzerland. Oh, the VK. No, I actually did not pick it out. I haven't played it because I've seen that matchmaker is total crap for that thing because no one really cares about this event. Everyone just wants to play the VK. And it's basically, yeah, we don't care. We don't care about the event. We just want to play. We just want to play the VK. And I've heard that the VK is just like it's supposed to be not a very good tank. And you know the nostalgia factor that we all have is going to make it 10 times worse. So I haven't gone around to try it out because I thought if I play it right now, matchmaking is going to be horrible. Why would I play the VK when like matchmaking is broken at the moment? So let me think right now. I need to focus before I make something stupid. I want to move around here. I want to put some pressure on these guys, but I'm thinking where all the tanks can be. We have a Leo prototype A on the north, and the Leo prototype A is probably camping the base. Then we have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 tanks in the south, which is basically all the other vehicles. So that means that they have the E4, the Conway T95, the IS-3, and the 28 prototype. At least I think that's the last update we had. So if I play this smart and my team now pushes the Leo prototype, we might be able to move in and do a bit of damage and might just allow our team in the south, oh my god, nice shot, nice focus fire, to give a bit of leeway and, you know, break through this deadlock that we have. But the thing is, all of these, everything here could have changed, and yeah, I just got hit by a convoy for 600 damage because the convoy now does that much damage. So, you know what? I think I'm just gonna sit behind this rock because I'm not gonna survive it if I move out of this position. So I'm just gonna wait for the T110E4. I'm gonna wait for... Oh, wait, never mind. There we go. I can't shoot the Leo. Now these guys just need to move up, and I think together, or with the Leo 1 and the Yak Panther 2, if they move up as well, I think we're gonna be able to win this match. But they need to move. They just need to move. Okay, I got really lucky there. Gonna take that any time with it. No, never mind. I should have... I mean, I told myself I was going to stay steady and gonna have some patience. I don't have any more patience in this game. I swear, I don't have any more patience in World Tanks. I just need to move out anytime I have the chance. Probably could have done more than 2k damage in this one if I just waited. But I think our team's gonna win this. So all is good. I can read some comments in the meantime. Now all is good. I really like to debate about politics, and it doesn't really bother me at all because I know that there are going to be a lot of different opinions. As long as it is civil, I think debates are all good. Obviously, when people are starting name calling and everything, a debate is not going to be very helpful. So that's going to be a bit difficult. But obviously, yeah, we're playing World of Tanks. I'm trying to do an event, and I'm not really sure if I'm ever going to be able to finish this event because this is only the first day, and it's about how many hours now? About 2 hours. 2 hours now. So, oh my god, Chuck Norris has just fired a high explosive shot. Oh no, was that... For who was that shot? Was that for the convoy who just fluffed his shot? Either way, shocking event in the last stage of the game. Come on. Oh no, he only does 415 and he gets knocked out. What a poor lad. Would have really said he should have gotten a pen with that high explosive shot. Yeah, I mean, Vietnam, I think United States and Vietnam, they have such a... I mean, that's a very interesting history on Vietnam. If you think about it, everything about the Vietnam War, everything about Indochina, how the United States completely misread the situation, and that in the end, the Vietnam War was completely based on wrong assumptions, that Vietnam was going to be like with the domino theory, that it was going to make every other nation around it a communist state, and that Vietnam only wanted to become independent. So yeah, that is probably a very... I mean, United States and Vietnam's relationship has changed very drastically. I mean, they're now strategic partners, I think. So it's quite interesting to see. But I've lived in China, and they, like, obviously, they live a very different lifestyle. But I noticed that, especially, that money has become a very integral factor in life, and it's very interesting to see how money can affect a society that prior didn't really have that as a commodity, or like where money wasn't really based on anything, and now that money has become such an integral part. It's kind of a very creepy monster of, you know, a monster that has been created by basically everyone because of the cheap labor and everything. But yeah, nothing is black and white. you have to view everything as gray, and you have to kind of keep an open mind to things. I think that's quite important. So we're gonna try out the. We're just gonna try out the VK2801, and I don't have. I'm just gonna say I don't have any equipment, and I don't have any money to put equipment on this tank yet. So I'm just going to go pick my best crew, which is probably my Aufklärungspanther. And I'm just gonna put them all in there, and we're gonna go slug it out with some other VKs without any equipment. But hopefully there are just enough people out there that don't have any equipment that it doesn't really matter. It's tier 6. I mean, who cares? Who cares about tier 6? Yeah, the Constitution. I have to be honest. I don't really know my Constitution. I don't know the Swiss Constitution by heart. But I think obviously having a Constitution is very important. But I really don't have a clue what is completely written in our Constitution, and I just think that in the United States it's such an integral part, like, of your daily life, where the Constitution is constantly being pulled up, and where you base everything on the Constitution. So I think it's quite an interesting approach to the, I don't even know, to the government or the governance, how it works in the United States. But yeah, to be fair, if you would ask me what the Constitution is like in Switzerland, yeah, it's probably going to be a very, very difficult question. Growing up in the 80s. Yeah, I'm not really an 80s child. I'm mid 90s, so I don't really know a lot about the 80s, other than all of the crazy movies that you produced that were actually quite entertaining. But yeah, 80s, that's a very, I think that's, what, 40 years ago? That's a long time, I feel. Like, when you put it into perspective, man, all of that time. Oh my god, I think I should have put equipment on it. Like, I remember this tank being extremely fun with high explosive. I'm just going to load high explosive because I couldn't afford heat shells back then, so I was just loading high explosive. I'm just gonna play it like a little boxy hitter. Oh boy, that was a horrible shot. So we spot the M6. What can we do with a high explosive shell to the face of the M6? If we even hit him. I really want to kill this T-50-2. Oh my god, someone is doing it. I'm going to go in as well. Oh god, no, I missed him. Oh god, I have a fire. That was a horrible start. You know, sometimes you just have to have fun in this game. Sometimes it's not about the stats. Sometimes it's just about the fun. Okay. Oh, I penned him! There we go! I saw a real small little opportunity where it turned green for a second, and I had to take the shot. Ah, no. But we hit him once. There we go, we penned him. We penned a heavy tank at tier 6. That's beautiful. Driving like a little maniac and just stopping real fast. Like, I think with some equipment you could probably make this tank quite a bit more flexible. Like, put a little, what was it called? I just have to take a look at the equipment again. Oh no. Come on. High explosive 105 to the face. Oh, 57 damage. You've got to be kidding me. Oh god. Oh no. That enthusiasm is gone. Because I had to take that 100 damage to be able to knock him out for 2. That was a horrible trait, but take him out of the game. That's all that counts. But you know what? The mobility, everything, it feels like the old tank. It feels even faster somehow. Oh boy, I can't drive today. I'm sorry. I'm sorry to anyone who's watching. I'm driving like an absolute donkey, as Gordon Ramsay would say. Absolute donkey with no driving skills. I want to one-shot. No, I don't want to one-shot, but I want to do 400 damage with that T-37. That is my end goal. I don't care about that VK. I just want to hit that T-37 for like 400. That's my end goal, because I think I can pan that guy. I am pretty sure I can. Oh! Oh, I hit on the move without equipment, without any training. Come on, T-37. Hello there. No way. I actually bounced off a screen or something like that. But we ramp killed him to death. That's beautiful. Okay, so that was a fast match and it was fun. It's obviously not the same as the VK of old, as we know and love it, but that wasn't a bad. That was certainly not a bad first impression so far. I mean, that was hilarious. That was really fun. Oh, sorry, I couldn't read the comments. I just had to focus on having fun in the game. Yeah, no equipment is going to make it tough, but okay, the equipment is actually quite cheap. 200,000 for this tank. I could probably put some equipment on it, but I want to get the Kranwagen, so I want to get to more, maybe 10 million credits before I want to spend any on it. You know what? Playing the T50-2 right now against all of these VKs could work, but against a horde of VKs that are just running through and causing mayhem in your T50-2, oh, that's going to be a bit... I think it's not going to work out in your favor. I think that is not going to be a lot of enjoyment right now, because these VKs, when they get you and when they start ramming you, they're going to cause a lot of damage. And you know, since it's the old rival, the old enemy of old, they are definitely going to make your day or night very unenjoyable. Because I would definitely ram a T50-2 just for the sake of it. I wanted it to do it right there, but then I thought, you know, that doesn't make a lot of sense when I play like a total jackass. Oh my god, a fully decked out Panzer 5.4 with bounty equipment? Who are you trying to punish? Or who punished you that you're punishing other people now with that thing? Jesus. I wouldn't want to play against a tank like that with upgraded vents, optics, and muffle. Oh my god, that would be horrible. Okay, yeah. I'm sorry about your loss streak. That's just World of Tanks on the weekends, right? Where you just basically get absolutely wrecked because your team is sleeping, your team is AFK, or just doesn't know what to do. Sometimes you just have to take the loss. It's just a game. Okay, I'm going to snipe this guy right now. Oh, that was really close, actually. Oh, yeah, this guy right there, AMX 12T, you know what? That is also another opponent at tier 6 that this thing constantly one-shotted. I still remember ramming AMX 12T and just causing mayhem with this thing. You know what? To be fair, this is definitely kind of a better gift than the Super Chaffee, because I just thought the Super Chaffee was a bit underwhelming. Ah, that suck. Super Chaffee, in my opinion, felt a bit underwhelming. Ooh, let's see if I can hit it. Achilles. Look at that. Side turret profile. Let's go. 395. That's what you want to see. That's what you want to see in this thing. The derp cannon. This is really like a feeling of nostalgia that comes back when you play this thing. I'm not gonna pay any attention to anyone. I'm just gonna circle around that AMX 12T, and he has to take it. He has to take it, this guy. Oh boy, look at that. Look at that. Oh boy, I'm sorry. I'm so sorry. Ah, that was a dumb miss. Oh no. Oh no, he has AP. His AP shell loaded. No, I missed him. I suck ass. I suck so bad. Can we do to this guy? Okay. Ah, 71. I take it. I take it. And the armor actually works. Like, that is really nice. I gotta be honest, I didn't expect this to work out. But it somehow does, and I'm glad it does. Obviously, not every single shot is going to be that crazy shot or those crazy high explosive rolls that we used to know, because now the armor actually counts. So, oh damn, there's actually no place I can hit this BK3601 and actually pen from behind, unfortunately. But yeah, BM, I would really say, you know, try it out for yourself. Try it out for yourself and see if you like it or not. I can see why some players can feel that this is a complete turnoff for them when the high explosive change, you know, has rolled through, and everyone just remembers that high explosive or HE used to work differently, where it would like look for the weakest point of the armor and it would just do the damage there or calculate the damage. But I think this thing is fun right now. I enjoy it, and I'm gonna die. I'm gonna die because I'm dumb. Oh, he missed. Never mind. I'm the smartest tanker there is. We secure a kill, and that was really nice. It's a nostalgic feeling, certainly, when you're playing this tank, and it actually isn't too bad. I've enjoyed it, but I've won both games now, so maybe it's the winning that kind of lights me up and not the tank. Yeah, I think having fun is the most important part. I think, you know, it would be a lot cooler if they started adding stuff where people just have fun, you know. It doesn't always have to be the best tank. Doesn't always have to be, you know, the most aggressive kind of, I don't know, vehicle with the best upper plate, lower plate, hull armor and everything. Sometimes it's all about having fun, and this game used to be fun even with all the issues, but now, yeah, you know, it's sometimes hit and miss. If you play tier 10 and you run into object 279E, it's not a lot of fun. That's why I don't really play a lot of tier 10. I think tier 9 is great, but if they start adding more tier 9 premium tanks, it's going to go down the same road as tier tier 10, and I'm a bit worried as tier 8. But you know, this is a nice little excursion back in a time where things were simpler in World of Tanks, right? I think we all remember that, and doesn't always have to mean that simpler is better, but sometimes simpler is more enjoyable, or can be more enjoyable, I think. We're going to play the Aufklärungspanther because I actually bought this thing for 8,500 gold, and obviously I remember this thing from when I first played it, when it was a non-HD tank, and I got wrecked. Like, I was really bad in this, because it's a Panther. Who thought that a Panther was going to be a good scout? But obviously, it being a Panther at tier 7, you can ram shit. You can ram the living crap out of people, and that's hilarious. The gun is also, I think, you know what, the gun isn't the best, obviously. It's like a 75mm gun, like a really... I think it's the same gun that it's a similar gun that you have on the E25. It just doesn't have high explosive, but no, I don't think it's the same. I don't think it even has the same pen. Either way, it's a 75mm gun that the Germans just love to use in World War II, and it has actually has 157mm of pen. That's more than the E25. But still, this thing is fun, you know? When you ram a Super Hellcat, that's great. I mean, who doesn't love that? Ramming shit. Yeah, do you remember when the M4 Sherman saw, like, the mouse? Holy crap, or the KV, when it was just a KV and no KV1 or KV2. And with the KV, you just got absolutely annihilated for existing, for choosing to go into a match. Okay, I have to stop reading comments when I'm playing, because I play like a complete muppet. So scouting. Yes, scouting. How do I scout again? I completely forgot. Let me see real fast. Okay, we have some guys over there. Moving into the middle now would be quite suicidal, I think. So maybe I'm just gonna sit a bit back, sit at base for a second, get my bearings, and read some more comment. Okay. I do have equipment on this tank, so that makes it better at least. Can't shoot that guy. Let's see if we can spot something right there. Yeah, I've only played the Super Chaffee once, and the Super Chaffee really, it just, I don't know, maybe it's because the pace has changed in the game. The Super Chaffee it used to be a lot of fun, since it was the Chaffee, but I just have the feeling that the Chaffee is not as effective anymore. It still can scout, and it can still do it quite gracefully, but it just cannot really hold a candle against some other tanks, like the T-71 or something like that. Yes, I'm gonna blame my horrible driving on the ping, but to be fair, the ping actually doesn't have that huge of an impact on my driving. It still feels quite nice. But the thing is, just I'm constantly when I'm driving, I'm kind of looking at the chat as well, and I'm not really paying too much attention. So that's a bit of an issue, because I'm also checking the map the same time, and that's a bit stupid. I have to fall back since this panther is such a huge target. Yeah, that was dumb. Yeah, this wasn't a very good game. I kind of overslept at the beginning, but it feels super awkward in the Aufklärungspanther to scout. Since it's such a big target, and I don't even know. I have to check real fast if what the camouflage value is on this tank. It's probably not the best camo out of the class, but I definitely should have done better right there. I could have gone down to the bushes. I could have gone into the middle. Come Concealment value 569. Now if we compare that to a similar tier 7 light tank that I might have active. Let me see real fast. Okay, I have a horrible crew on the Type 62A. That doesn't count. So it must be the AMX 1357 because that thing... Yeah, yeah, concealment-wise, the Aufklärungspanther doesn't really have that great concealment. But to be fair, tier 7 isn't really the place where I scout. I like to scout at tier 8 and tier 9. Especially at tier 9. I loved the RU251. And I was a massive fan of the Sheridan. I free-marked my Sheridan because it's been so much fun. But if you would see me play the Sheridan in a live stream, I can tell you I'm basically going to be doing like barrel rolls all day long because I flip with this tank. I flip my tank all the time. But the Sheridan, this is one of the tanks. This is one of the few tanks where I really use premium equipment. No, not premium equipment, but premium consumable. And I didn't remark this tank with the howitzer gun, but I free marked it with the 105, which I thought was really nice. And the howitzer is just for fun, but obviously since they changed it, the howitzer gun isn't really as much fun as it used to be. But yes, I think that definitely is okay. You know what tank I absolutely hate? I hate this piece of shit. This is the worst tank I've ever played, and so far, it's one of the worst tanks I've played. I hate this tank above everything else. The G-Sor is so bad. This thing is horrible. I could show you guys. Probably my stats are horrible on this thing. Okay, so I played 8 games, 75%, and basically max damage is 2000. It's fully maxed out, by the way. Average spotting. Where's my average spotting? It doesn't even show my spotting. Damage cost with your assistance, 806. So basically 806 damage I spotted per game, and on average. Now this thing is so bad. It baffles me that Wargaming can bring out like complete lines that are complete trash, and that they can bring out a premium tank on the other hand next to the LHMTV, which is one of the worst tanks I've ever played, and you can have the Senlag, which actually functions because it has a few necessities that the LHMTV just doesn't have. The Senlag actually works, and the Senlag is very nice. But the LHMTV, holy crap, I hate that tank. I hate them above all else. But enough about that. The thing is, I don't think I'm going to be playing any better on the Aufklärungspanther. I gotta be honest. It's just not really... It's probably not my kind of tank. It's a bit bulky for a light tank for me, but maybe I can passive scout, maybe. But I want to ram stuff. That's the difference. I want to ram things. So I don't want to play a tier 9 or 8 match in the Aufklärungspanther. I want to play a tier 7 match. A tier 7, a 6 match, where there's a KV2 at like 300 HP, running around the corner, like minding his own business, and then all of a sudden he gets rammed by a bloody Panther with a turret of the VK2801. That's my goal, but it's kind of difficult at tier 8. Yes, I remember the Super Chaffee races. I think the Chaffee races were they were so much fun. I played the entire I think there were like certain awards as well, like skins, and I played the entire event. I played until the end, and it was so much fun. Because it was just this team event, and in the end it was a total brawl, and it was something completely different. They made an entire track, they really put so much effort into it, they put so much love into that as well, and you felt it. The players loved it. It was a unique take on other things, and it makes me sad that every single event nowadays is just a copy and paste, and it's sometimes they are not even thought through, you know, they're just super boring, repetitive. kinds of things that you can, basically you can play, you know, random battles and it will be the same. Yeah, the Aufklärungspanther, it's certainly, because of the size, as it is bigger than a T26 E4, the Super Pershing, it makes it very awkward to actually be effective with this thing. Obviously, it's kind of a collector's vehicle, and the gun doesn't really make it better, since it's like, obviously it's like a scout. It's supposed to be scouting, it's not supposed to be utilizing that gun and dealing damage. But it makes it, I think it makes it really difficult to be stealthy, to be able to play passive, because this thing just you know, staying hidden is not a very strong suit of a tank that is as big as, I don't know, half a house. But still, it's one of those tanks that doesn't matter how bad it is, you will still enjoy it because it has a very specific style, and you're just waiting for that moment where you can just T-bone EPR 75 FL10. I'm just waiting for that moment where I can T-bone that thing, because I think there were a lot of issues with World of Tanks. You know, World of Tanks, never perfect. World of Tanks always had problems. World of Tanks always had work, you know, cut out for itself. Things that they had to, you know, address, they had to look into. And then they released the French wheel tanks. And they completely ruined the fun for, I guess, I don't know how many hundreds of thousands of players in one hit. Basically, the EBRs completely ruined I'd say the enjoyment for quite a few players. And at the same time, they kind of ruined the entire light tank, wheeled tank idea in the game for other nations. You know, the British used a lot of vehicles with wheels. The Germans used a lot of vehicles with wheels. Everything in that sense kind of just lost, you know, its place. And because of that horrible balancing and the way that they've decided to implement the wheeled vehicles meant that basically the future doesn't look very bright for these wheeled tanks. They've also put it on ice, which I can totally understand. Who wants to play it? Like, who wants to see more wheel tanks that cause chaos and destruction? Because look at that, I actually shoot him and I bounce off his wheels. And I think that alone, that notion alone, that you can bounce off wheels is ridiculous. And it didn't even, I mean, it didn't even do anything. Like, you know, I didn't really do any damage. He's just gonna come over here and I'm gonna have a bit of a problem because he's going to jump. Oh no, I missed him. And he's just gonna put one into me. And I bounce him again. Like, what is this? Come on. He's just gonna finish me off right here. I just... Oh! Yes! Thank you! That is poetic justice. When, you know, when enemies combine with other enemies to defeat a common enemy, a worse enemy. It's beautiful. I hate artillery, but you know what? Thanks, Artie. I love you. I love artillery now. Best friends, because I hate wheel tanks more. I cannot stand wheel tanks. I just can't. And it's mad how one class can absolutely ruin it for everyone else. Like, what the hell has Wargaming been smoking that they put that into the game? I just want to spot the RHM in the back. That was a perfect shot by artillery. That M12 was just waiting for that. I swear that M12 had a bad. That guy probably had a horrible relation with with a wheel tank, and he was just like, you know what, I'm gonna destroy your day. You're not going to enjoy it. Okay, there's the RHM, which is nice. We can maybe shoot that guy. Oh boy. There's a building right in front of me, isn't there? I'm not seeing something. Okay. I should be the scout. I should be able to spot these guys. I do have a bit of vision, and with the camo net, I should also be able to stay hidden a bit better. 25% camo. That is quite a nice deal. Okay, the Caro P88, he needs some support. But I still don't see them. He must be in that bush. Someone must be in that bush. I could pull back, and I could go over to the place where the Caro P88 is. But the problem is I would give up this position, and I would give up kind of spotting the middle, because I'm also kind of worried about the IS-2 moving into the middle and moving towards our base. But we have a STRB S1 here, so he should be able to hold that line for now. Oh, I'm gonna load a gold. I'm gonna load the gold shell to be able to take out. The T-32 is actually behind. He's on the hill. He's right there, but there's like a little dip where you can drive into. Okay, that's great. I take that. I don't know where the Kampfpanzer 07 is. There's the Kampfpanzer. He's pushing the Stritzwagen. That gives me a shot at punishing this T-32. But I'm not going to be able to finish him off. Is he gonna jump? Oh, what? A T-32 fires faster than I do? Are you kidding? Oh, he's got the 90mm. Oh, god damn it. That was awkward. I did not think that the T-32 was stock and he was running a 90mm gun. I thought that T-32 was still fully decked out with his 105mm gun. And he was just going to, you know, turn around and notice, oh shit, I'm dead. Someone's going to bump me up the butt. Turns out the T-32 has the stock 90mm gun, and it just sucks. Because he kills me. Oh god. That sucks. It wasn't the best of games, but certainly a game that I'm not sure if we could have won that one. I was a bit too passive. I should have probably helped out more and spotted. The Caro P88 shouldn't have been there. I should have been the one supporting him. But sometimes just doesn't work out. Yeah, it's already almost 1 a.m. I'm gonna see what I can pick. Not even sure. I want to play something. I want to play something that's fun. This. I don't remember owning this thing. Oh, I remember this thing. Never played it though. The interesting thing is that I also don't have any equipment on the T50-2. But we're gonna play the T50-2 with the old school non-HD skin. Because The T50-2, like 1.5 years ago, or I'm not even sure if it was 2 years now, when they actually added the equipment 2.0, I um, kind of had like binoculars, camo net, and repair kit on every single tank because I just didn't really care about getting all the equipment. And because they changed it, I have to spend so much money on equipment because I don't want to constantly move it, or I'm too lazy to do it. Maybe I have to start making like groups where I just have for light tanks, or for certain light tanks I just have like, yeah, this is like a group where I always use the same kind of equipment. If I play this tank, I just move it over and over. But if I do that like, I don't know, 10 times for like 3 tanks, that's 30 demounting kits. That's horrible. That's, I don't know. I just don't want to do that. So I'd much rather just buy the equipment for all 3 of those vehicles. But it still sucks. Still sucks that Wargaming decided to go down that route because it just doesn't make any sense. Why can't you just pick it up? I mean, it doesn't change anything. The only reason, basically, the only reason is just so that you really have to spend money. You have to spend some gold. You have to. They force you, and that just bloody sucks. Like the way the monetization. Let's real fast just talk about the monetization in this game. How absolutely crazy they have gone with the monetization of all the tanks. It's mind-numbing how crazy they have gone with the monetization. The A46, by the way, is still in that bush. He hasn't moved. Maybe I should tell them because I don't want to fire. A46 is still in the bush because I can spot him. If he moves away, I can spot him. And I don't think there's anyone in the back to actually shoot the A46. Someone just splashed him with high explosive. Oh, there's a KV-1. Now, yeah, when you're like spotting here, this map. Oh boy. I'm just gonna have some fun. Should I go back? No, I don't want to go back. There's a T50-2. I'm gonna have fun with the other T50-2. Come on, 1v1 me. I bounced him. Lovely. No. I wanted to hit him. Did he do more ramming damage, or did I do more ramming damage? 219, and he did 219. Okay, yeah, same weight, same everything. Makes sense. Do you guys remember when this was the fastest tank in the game? When they didn't have any turbocharger equipment? Where everything was basically... Oh, no, you don't. No, you don't. Oh my god. I literally cannot drive. I tell you guys, if I could drive like a real human being, like a real player, not like a bot, I would be in the top 100. Top 100 players. Definitely. I would be the best World Tanks player. But since I suck, I'm in the worst 20. Crying out loud. Can't even drive forward. Oh, no, you don't. That was a high explosive shell. I smelled that one. Smelled it. But I have to be honest, I loaded an APCR in just in case for those heavy tanks. It's still so much fun. The T50-2. It's... I can't believe... Oh no, I'm dead. I'm dead. At least we get one more. Yeah. That was obvious that I was gonna die as soon as this M4A1 FL10 was gonna show up. Yeah, having like 4 rounds autoloader is quite handy to have against light tanks. Now, if I had wheels, that wouldn't have happened because I just dashed away and he would have bounced like 20 shots. But since I don't have wheels, he got me. That was some fun, fast action. Just like the old world tanks. Oh, goddamn. I've almost been streaming for 3 hours and I haven't reached chapter, or I haven't done like, or is it stage 3? Like 3 hours and I haven't done stage 3. Hmm. I probably haven't played as well. So it's could improve, I guess. Could always improve. You know what? I feel like sticking with tier 6. I'm just gonna jump into the Lonza or the Loza, I'm not really sure. I think it's Lonza. Land lease tank. Sherman. Mm, pretty nice. I completely forgot that North America actually still has quite a few players. I mean, okay, so total 20,000 with the South American server. But I always play like during times when no one is online. Because obviously time zone and all the difference and everything. But it's quite fascinating that I remember like peak. I think peak World Tanks North America was 40,000. I think like definitely at evening. Um, I don't even know when that is. Like depends on what coast you're on. If you're in the Midwest or whatever. But I remember 40,000, and to be fair, like for North America, I really have the feeling that not a lot of Americans or Canadians are super interested in World of Tanks, and obviously probably other games. But if you look at the scope in Europe or Russia, I think Europe you have, what was it? I think on average maybe 70 to 100k people online during like prime time. So, but yeah, okay, Europe is like twice as many people, 700 million, all of Europe together. So that's quite a few. Probably one or two lost souls playing World Tanks. Well, I always found it so fascinating that so many players are like strewn across different servers and on the wrong servers as well, where like so many Europeans have gotten lost on the North American server, and probably some North Americans, which used to be Australians, moved over to the Australian server. I still remember. I remember the first 2 3 months when World of Tanks went live, and quite a few people actually switched servers to the newly opened Southeast Asia server, where they also had the Australian servers. I think the Australian New Zealand server, and quite a few people actually left because they. I totally understand it where they're coming from. You know, like having pings having pings of like I don't even know like 300 millisecond And that was always a very funny funny time when we were playing Clan Wars and one guy had like 400 millisecond ping and just didn't come into the lobby because it was just didn't work. It was so far away. I really have a tiny brain for going up there and forgetting about the 1357. But of course the 1357 is firing APCR in the tier 7 match. Get your priorities straight. Yeah, like there are some crazy people who just have 4 accounts over 4 servers, and my god, if I report you to Wargaming, they're gonna put you in jail forever. It's just they're gonna throw away the keys because, well, actually, it depends. Did you buy things on every single server? Because if you bought things on every single server, well, they might just give you a medal. But if you played every single server and you didn't buy anything, well, they're gonna throw away those keys and they're gonna put you in there forever. But if you bought on every single server, maybe you're the prime suspect that buys all these crazy bundles. You know, on every single server you buy that $1,000 bundle for, I don't even know, what is it? Like 145 tanks? And it's just, the deal is too good. The deal is too good. Everyone should buy that bloody $1,000 package. I just think it's, oh boy, give me a break. No way. Come on, give me 1 pen. Oh no, what is going on here? This is not one of the tanks. No. Oh god. This crater made my life living hell right there. What's going on? Come on, let's, oh no. Come on, give me one good RNG shot. I don't want to aim. And did you really, like, I remember in the comments you always told me that playstyles differ from server to server, that players that play, okay, yeah, that was, come on, T25, you know that that's gonna pen. Okay, T25, you don't need to come over. Oh no, that one actually penned. So the playstyle actually differ. Players play differently on the servers. Because I have never played on any other server other than the North American, and I have the feeling that on the North American server, I think everyone, there's a good balance on, you know, passive and aggressive. So players do have a bit of both in them. Not everyone. There are quite a few players that are quite passive. I've noticed there are quite a few players that are willingly and very happy to push you out and use you as a meat shield. I've seen that as well. But like on the Chinese server, what I've noticed, like all the videos I've watched on the Chinese server, holy crap, that's a free-for-all. Now that's a lawless place. That is much worse than the Wild West. It's basically like the person with the most cash is gonna win every single match. Transferring your M4A2E4 and Panzer 2D. No, the Panzer 2D should be absolutely banned. Because I think the Panzer 2... No, is it the Panzer 2D? No, I'm talking about the wrong Panzer, sorry. I think the Panzer 2D is the Panzer 2. But it's a different version than the other Panzer 2 that we have. But the Panzer, there's one Panzer, there's a Panzer 1C or something like that. That thing is probably the sole vehicle that is like responsible for probably I don't know, let's say 80% of the new players of quitting the game because there's one asshole that bought like this one Panzer 1C for 120 bucks with 25,000 gold just to get the tank. Yeah, Panzer, is it the Panzer 2J? They're running around and they're just screwing everyone completely with that thing. Oh, that was probably one of the reasons why so many new players stopped, why they had to add bots. Because that thing was disgusting. Let me see if I own it. Maybe I have it. I don't know. Maybe I'm talking about myself all the time. Panzer 2. No, I don't think I have it. It should be a tier 2, right? What is my lowest rated tier? Oh, wait. No, I actually have... Wait, is it this? No, it's not this one. Yeah, I think you're talking about the pans. I think you're talking about the right one. I don't really know where that one is. Let me just check. It probably should be in the comparison tab. So let me just go into the comparison tab because it should be somewhere in here. Tier 2, Germany, light tank, Panzer 2. Is it? It's not a tier 2. Is it a tier 3? Oh yeah, it's the J. Oh my god. This thing. What is the armor on it? 80 millimeters. at tier 3, you have 80 millimeters. Yeah, you're right. PZ2D is tier 2 and PZ2J is tier 3. Such a disgusting tank. What did Wargaming think with this vehicle? Like, no, actually, you know what? I can tell you what Wargaming were thinking. This gun right here, it's a tier 1 gun, right? You put a tier 1 gun on a tier 3 vehicle and you say, you know what? It's not too bad. People are going to be playing against tier 2 vehicles, tier 1 vehicles anyway. I'm not sure, maybe only tier 2 vehicles. But yeah, you're playing against them. You're maybe playing against some tier 4 tanks, tier 5. I don't know if it has preferential matchmaking. But you just move around there. You have this little gun. And everyone is just going to be firing premium because you only have 23 millimeters of pen with the AP shell. So let them fire APCR. And every single shell costs you, I don't know, 400 bucks or something like that. It's crazy. This was the worst vehicle. I think it's a credit sink, definitely. But the amount of players that ran around clubbing other players with that thing, oh my god. I think so many players quit because of that. Why would you ever play World of Tanks when you have a tank like that? Or even this, the FCM. I heard the FCM 36 pack is one of the worst tanks ever. It's supposed to be really, really good and really, really annoying against really annoying to play when people know what they're doing and everything. So yeah. I like my MTLS. I like this tank. The original double barrel tank. The very first. I have never played the PZ38H. I don't know what the PZ38H is. Let me check real fast. Is it what kind of a tier is that? A tier 2. You're telling me tier 2. I don't own any premium German tier 2, or it could be non-premium. Let me just check real fast. Oh my god, it's this thing. Yes, I remember. I remember this tank. Yes, I remember it. The Mini Mouse. Yes. This thing is this is a war crime. This tank is a war crime. Jesus Christ. Wargaming putting every tank in there just to mess with the new players. Just buy your tier 8 vehicles. Skip tier 1 and 2. Just buy your tier 8. Don't even bother because we've sent some Russian mob bosses down to tier 2 to ruin your day. I don't know what the MKA is. I don't even know what this is, but there are so many tanks that I kind of got for free, or the AM Gendron. Like, such weird tanks. I like the AMR. I like the AMR 35. That was actually fun. Do you remember this thing? Wait, let me go to oh, actually, it's not even in the game anymore. Where is it? It probably is in the... Oh god. That tank is actually on the console as well? That's horrible. But, I mean, if it's in the game, why not play it? I totally understand. I totally understand it. I mean, you have to blame Wargaming for that. Like, oh, no, I don't want to go to the Germans. I want to go to the Americans. No, it's not an American. Wait, isn't it American? It is an American tank. Yeah, right here. The HMC. This is one of those original seal clubbers that people actually were able to get, and everyone got it. But I think now it's an artillery piece, like, because they thought that, yeah, having a 75mm gun on a tier 3 tank destroyer is a bit overkill. But that thing, I remember when people were running around and just beating each other up with that piece of garbage. That was horrible. This, like, they had so many vehicles that... So many vehicles where they completely screwed your soup. Oh my god. World of Tanks. And yeah, I know the Sexton the Sexton was also a piece of work. Oh my god, these... I mean, they have changed some things for the better, definitely. I think it's also good that you have like bot games at tier 4, because it's, you know, it's good. Give a little bit of protection to these players, to the new players. I still think it's so weird because the Sexton is basically, it's just a M37, right? No, I think it's just built on the M7 Priest, if I'm not getting it wrong. Let me check real fast. Wait, this is the M7 Priest. Yeah, I think the Sexton is just based on the M7 Priest. Should be, I think. But with a British gun, probably. I don't even remember this. I have no idea what this was. T3 HMC. A tank destroyer. It looks... Oh, hey, to be fair, I've played 1 or 2 games on console since the new update came out on PlayStation 4, and holy crap, I had to throw up because it was... I played on console just once or twice when it came out, 2015. I downloaded it, and I was playing a couple of games, and it was basically a more immersive World of Tanks, with the camera view was just further down, and everything else was basically still World of Tanks. You had all the kind of same tanks. Everything was based on the PC version. The maps were the same, but everything looked a bit different. But I think like the general consensus was that the game itself was still World of Tanks, and I think the majority of the players that were on console that wanted to play it, well, they downloaded it and they enjoyed it still because it was World of Tanks on console. I remember quite a few friends actually switched to console because it was running like... Yeah, they didn't have the best PC, so having it on the Xbox 360 or the PlayStation 3 back then, or the PlayStation 4 when that thing was already out. When they played it on PlayStation 4, it was just running way better than on their PC. So I can get, like, I understand when you, like, switch over. But then they started getting really wild in World of Tanks console. I remember really weird tanks. Like, just like in Blitz. Like, in Blitz, they have really weird stuff. But in console, they started those real weird, like, partnership. Like, what was it? Partnerships with Games Workshop. Warhammer tanks and all that kind of stuff. And I have to be honest, look, I don't really care if World of Tanks isn't as historical as it should be, as long as the game is fun. But like, it's something different when the tanks don't even really have like a nation they belong to, but they belong to some kind of crazy science fiction idea or fantasy. And that's where I have to kind of draw the line and say, yeah, you know what, I'm gonna stick on PC, you guys enjoy console, because what I've seen there, okay, holy smokes, I don't think I can play that. Yeah, the mercenary thing, the mercenary tanks, holy crap, what the hell was that? Those really weird combinations that they had, where they spliced together vehicles. I remember there was like a Greek helmet on a tank, a Greek helmet on a vehicle. Like, what is going on? Like, who put that? Who gave like the green light for something like that? And that was really weird. But obviously there are players that enjoy it. So there are players that actually bought those tanks. I think it was a premium. It must have been some kind of Centurion or something like that. Yeah, I mean, what do you have now? You have, like, console. I remember I started it up again because of the modern tanks. I actually made a video on it. I remember that video got quite a few dislikes, because I think my title was very close to being a bit of a clickbait title, where I said that modern tanks were coming to World of Tanks, and I should have clarified to console, and I forgot that. And obviously I generated some clicks, some people got upset, and then I changed the title because, yeah, it was definitely a bit of a clickbait title. And but when I played it, it felt really weird. It felt like World of Tanks had kind of given up. I remember that. I remember that it felt weird. It didn't feel right to have like World of Tanks with modern tanks and the UI and everything. Everything there just looked weird, and I've heard that a lot of people were really upset about the changes, and I think quite a few probably stopped. But it's probably, I don't think it's Wargaming, like, it's not the same team that develops the PC port, but I think it's the other team in North America that actually works on it. Oh boy. Yeah, Hot Wheel tanks, no thank you. That's, it's okay. I don't need that. I can enjoy my World of Tanks with some non-Hot Wheels. There are already more than enough non-historical vehicles, and I don't need any more Hot Wheel tanks to go with that. But you know what's the most... the thing is, basically Wargaming is putting everything on the premium kind of line, and they're trying to squeeze as much money out as they can, as they possibly can, because Wargaming notices now that I think that the time with World of Tanks, their time is probably slowly but surely coming to an end. They don't have the numbers anymore. Players are not very happy. There's a lot of discontent on the forum. They basically just... they had so many bad choices. Also with the community. And I think quite a few people just... they don't really care anymore if World of Tanks goes down the drain. I totally get that as well. And yeah, I mean, we'll have to see. I'll have to see what happens with World of Tanks in the near future. But this premium rush, I mean, we are gonna have the Christmas loot boxes soon. People will be buying them, definitely. They want to get the gold, they want to get the vehicles. Wargaming is going to be making a lot of cash. I don't really know the community managers from Wargaming, and to be fair, I'm not really in the ecosystem in World of Tanks console, so I can't really give you an opinion on that. So I'll just I'll just promise. No, I'll just listen to you, and I'm going to guess that he must be a good community manager in that case. If you're saying that, because um, I know that World of Warships has pretty bad community managers. And I think generally speaking, the community managers in North America, I think they were always decent, right? I didn't really ever look into that too much. Oh, she's very active in the console forum contact with players. Well, that is I didn't expect that. I didn't expect that um, from wargaming content managers, because or community managers, because I just see that the forum, they block a lot of stuff. They blocked quite a few things that I looked at. I remember that they were also a bit annoyed sometimes, but I don't really go to the forums often. Like I I sometimes look into there are like certain websites that I look into for information on World Tanks. There are quite a few. There's like there's the Daily Bounds, there's the Armor Patrol, and they actually have quite good connections to Wargaming, I guess, or else they wouldn't get all these informations. The interesting thing is just that I don't even know if the PC, like World of Tanks PC, if the content creators all have. I don't even know if the content creators all have if they're in an ecosystem of sorts. They probably are if you're bigger. Um, but I don't really know. Like, to be fair, obviously my channel is tiny. I have like 600 subscribers now. Um, and I will definitely never be invited to World of Tanks. I don't even know what it's called. Community contributor program or something like that. Probably talk too much shit as well. So they'll probably look into my videos and think like, what the hell? We're not gonna take someone who just called us by all names possible, and has been a really annoying little prick. But I'm not sure. I think sometimes I have the feeling there's some community contributors in the World of Tanks space that are very vocal and very critical of changes. And then on the other hand, you also have a few that are really kind of quiet, and that really don't say a lot. That are really careful with their criticism, and sometimes maybe even it feels a bit forced when they criticize something. Feels a bit forced. Oh, sorry, Super Hellcat or Hellcat, whatever. I think one of those community contributors for me that really feels like that he's not really vocal with criticism, or maybe a bit more reserved, is probably Quickie Baby. I think Quickie Baby, since he is the biggest World of Tanks YouTube channel, he's probably the most successful World of Tanks YouTube channel as well. I think he obviously wants good relations with Wargaming, so he isn't as critical. But obviously, I sometimes rant and I start being a bit childish and everything, but I think when he criticizes them, though, he always does have a point. But I just think that Quickie Baby is too. he is definitely, I think, in my opinion, too too positive. I wouldn't say too positive, but his criticism is a bit lacking, I think. I would have liked it a lot more if the biggest channel regarding World of Tanks is a lot more critical on issues or regarding issues, because obviously he does notice them all as well. He knows what kind of problems there are. He's played this game to death, and I just think it would be definitely much nicer to see some criticism coming in from a big YouTuber, from a big source, because I noticed that another YouTuber that has been quite critical of late, or has been probably for a while now, Jingles has been like super critical of wargaming, and I think that's definitely also deserved regarding the entire World of Warships fiasco with that one content creator who made all of those ship models. Okay, I see someone is spamming the chat with some kind of weird spam. Okay. Okay, I just had to block that person real fast. I can't concentrate and play the game, I swear. I cannot commentate and play the game. That's just not capable of doing that, because we're gonna lose this one as well. Come on. Okay, that was important that we knocked out this this crisis. Okay, because we have a Tiger coming in around the corner in just a second. And we have the IS-3 coming in as well. Ah, sorry. Didn't want to bump into you. It's a bit awkward right now. Okay, the IS-3 is moving to the other side. So I guess we're switching the hill. It's a T-25. T-25 is in a very good position, a very aggressive position as well. Check. Tiger 1. There's the Indian. The Indian is almost dead. He spotted me. We're gonna have IS-3 climbing the hill right now, and we have to kind of engage him. So I'm asking this T-20, this Super Hellcat, let's take on IS-3 when he comes hill. Thank you for the support. Sometimes you can get some support going as well in this game. It's rather nice. 50 TP. Don't go alone. Oh my god. Oh god, no. Oh, he moved up. Why did he move up? We wanted to engage the IS-3. We wanted to kill him before. At a 53 TP. We have to knock him out. I'm gonna take the hit. Oh, he missed. We have to take him out. Come on, you can do it. Oh no. Oh no. I bounced. There we go. Ah! No, don't kill me now. Ah, no. He got me. That sucked. I probably shouldn't have gone hill. Wasn't the smartest move in the end. I still alive. That's great. Don't get hit by the Tiger One. I bet the Tiger One is gonna come over here. I know. He's gonna die. He's gonna have the rate of fire and everything on his side. Tiger One. You can probably pen him. Yeah, unfortunate for the 53 TP. That was some nice team play on the with the Super Hellcat. Thought a bit unfortunate that we lost quite a bit of HP to the IS-3, but we had to take him out before they started flanking us, so we could not get into like a. This this FV is like super annoyed by dying in Himmelsdorf in an artillery piece. I guess can't get too upset. It's just a game. Relax. Sometimes you win, sometimes you lose. Still we did about 3,000, 3,500 damage. I think with assistance wasn't too bad. Gonna send a message to the Super Hellcat real fast. Nice try, mate. More luck next time. I'm not really sure what would have been what would have been smarter in that situation, to actually move down the hill and engage the other two tanks, or engage the IS-3. I didn't expect the 53 TP to move down and to engage them, because he saw on the minimap that we were moving up, and we put in the chat as well. But it looks like he had other thoughts, other ideas, so we didn't really align there, fortunately. But next time we'll get him. The VK4503. Nice tank. Not as well armored as the King Tiger C, which I also have somewhere around here. Definitely a nice vehicle. I think I'm just gonna play one final game. And we're gonna do it in. Let me just check real fast. We're gonna do it in VK. We're gonna round this night off with a final match in the VK 2801, and then I'm gonna head to bed. Let me delete those comments from this. Oh, damn, it's getting late. Oh, it's actually a tier 8 match. No, tier 7. Okay. Should we go up the hill? Should we go up the hill in a VK 2801? I'm not really sure. I think I'm gonna hit that. No. What I want to do is I don't want to go over here because that would be dumb. So I'm gonna move over here. I'm just gonna turn back. Turn back. Right. Okay. Move. Keep moving. Don't stop. Get behind this rock. And now we can see what we're going to be doing. Doesn't want to get hit with a high explosive shell to the face. I understand. He wants to get hit with a high explosive shell to the face. 281. Not 219. For about 159. It's a good trade. I'll take it. There's a moldy elf over there in a VK. Ah, sorry, buddy. Don't want to block you. I want to play here as well. Twenty is quite active over there. We're gonna have an AMX moving on over. Oh boy, Firefly just knocked out the KB2. That thing was on. Oh my god, there's a scorpion. There's a scorpion. That would be amazing if we could hit that scorpion. Nope, he just died. Unfortunate. Oh, sorry. I didn't know that. I kind of knew that he was there. I didn't expect him to peek actively. Oh, look at that now. Oh, yes, 425 damage. Oh, you gotta feel those shots. You gotta feel those high explosive pens when you're playing the VK. That's what this tank is all about. This tank is all about the fun, and it's so good. It's so good to have this tank back. To have this 105mm gun. It's so nice. Oh shit. Oh! I bounced the heat shell on my turret. Now that is what I call luck. Oh no, that's also not very good. That's also not very good. We have a bit of an issue here. How do we deal with this? We have a VK. This is a bit awkward. We don't have artillery. He's perma spotting us. Proxy spotting us here. I don't want to go around the corner because there's just way too much stuff down there. Be careful if I were you. Ah, so close. Yet so far. Ah, T20. that was dumb. Yeah, either way, I think that's going to be a good call for the night. It's time to sleep, definitely on my end. 1:30 a.m. We've gone almost to stage 3. We've played, I don't even know, we've played 22 matches, which is about what is it? Definitely 3.5 hours. World Tanks. I haven't played 3.5 hours World Tanks in a very long time. My World of Tanks rating actually was pretty horrible, pretty horrific. Average damage was fairly low, as you can see. Definitely not my definitely not one of my best sessions, but one of the funnier ones, I'd say. It's been a blast. I hope you guys have a nice evening or morning or lunch, whatever. Have a nice weekend, and I see you guys next time around, probably on Sunday, and I'm going to be making the video on the Centurion Mark 7-1. Until then, have a good one. Peace out.